All right, we're live.
Hello.
And figured why not tonight do a stream. Tonight joined with
Matt Thomas, the Rambo Manian from Studio Red Band. How's it going? Glad to be here. I hope you're feeling better.
definitely. Yeah, I'm feeling better. There's still a little stuff there. But it should clear out soon and so I have something to drink right now. Probably not the best thing for it, but
I'll take Coke anytime.
stranger boy.
Hi.
Hey stranger boy.
Hello.
The mass singer is in the
Oh,
house.
yeah. Back again.
Stranger boy, thoughts on John Landis?
It's weird because I really like John Landis, and I really liked Max Landis, but, you know, these things that happen that you learn about, right?
Yeah. He's a good director, but given what happened and the whole Twilight Zone thing,
Yeah.
just rubs
Yeah.
me the wrong way.
It sucks because I used to like listening to him just talk about things.
Yeah.
Like he talked about reading the Beverly Hills Cobra script and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
don't know. That's Hollywood.
Thoughts on Eraser Reborn? Okay.
Uh,
I don't know if Matt, have you heard about this?
I saw the thing today and I commented. I commented on it. I commented, just threw up a little.
Yeah. I'm like, really? Like, why do we need a sequel, direct to video sequel
Yeah.
to Eraser?
Like, why can't you? They can't even make it a sequel. They're like making it a remake. Like, why? Why not just do a sequel? Maybe get Arnold in there.
Yeah.
But nah.
If he's willing to do triplets, which now has Tracy Morgan and not Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
well, it's going to be a reboot of Eraser? That's what Matt
I
Singer
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Matt Singer just said.
Yeah.
Well, here's an eraser. Let's scrub it out. Let's scrub it out like you've just been erased.
Your luggage.
Yeah, your luggage. Favorite Hulk? I got to go with
Bill
movie.
Bixby.
Yeah. Yeah, movie. What?
Do you watch Super Void Cinema?
I haven't seen it.
They have a Hulk episode. I think they also have another one, or it might be Pyramid Head, about the Bill Bixby last Hulk movie that never happened. But there was another one where they had like a 20-foot animatronic Hulk, and they show it.
Oh, really?
They
Wow.
show it in there. It's amazing. Like that show. That show is just brilliant. Like brilliant, brilliant show. The Paradise Lost episode is wow.
Well, that reminds me. Like, I don't know where I saw something that there was a Hulk movie that's going to be made in the '90s,
Yeah,
and they had built a suit for it. It was going to be like a
yeah. It was
practical suit.
yeah. It was like 20 feet. It looks crazy. It looks crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I love the Incredible Hulk series. Movie wise, I guess the Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton.
Yeah, I kind of like all of them.
Yeah, even like the one with Eric Bana.
Yeah, it's like they all have little things in it. Like there's like if you took parts of all of them and made a new Hulk, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but now the Hulk has, it's pretty much Urkel.
Yeah, and like Ruffalo, man, hats off to him because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do 3 Hulk movies with you," blah blah blah, and he's like, "Nah, I don't want to do 3 Hulk movies." He's like, "Just take this, put it here, take this, put it here, take this, put it here, and that's it."
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
now they're doing She-Hulk, and I'm like, whatever.
yeah.
Have you heard about the new green apple flavored Mountain Dew?
I want to say yes. I might have. I bought Mountain Dew today. You might see me drink it later on.
And I'm about to get a water here in a little bit because
I wanted to get the blue one. the blue, the voltage.
Oh, the vault. Yeah, I think I tried like a little bit of it. It was like kind of a mixed berry flavor.
Yeah.
Movies that didn't need a franchise or sequels.
Mm.
Leprechaun.
Yeah. I'm glad we got a trilogy for Unbreakable, but it didn't need it. It didn't need it.
Oh, have you seen Glass?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I liked what they were trying to do with it, but I didn't like. I think what I was talking to Isaiah and Alex about this the other day. Like they kind of wasted it because of the whole uh institution thing. I think like that.
Yeah.
Like I felt like it was a cop out, not a cop out, but it was like a, and the twist was fucking dumb. Like there was no, like this time he just gave up. Like there was no twist. It was like he just did what everybody expected him to.
Well, didn't Bruce Willis's character dies? I mean,
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
about that. I don't mean to give it away. I just
He
did.
dies. He dies and goes straight to 2B purgatory.
Yeah. And now he's become grumpy, sleepy Willis.
Sleepy Willis. Him and
Sleepy
Joe Biden.
Willis.
Him and Joe Biden are gonna do a movie again. Sleepy Joe.
Who can outsleep who?
Wow, Bruce Willis.
Uriel, want to know your thoughts on Matrix 4, even though I don't hate the sequels.
I'm excited. I made the horrible mistake the other day of watching the when they do the test screening.
Mhm.
I watched the test screening and the guy just fucking spoiled the whole test screening. And like it was like I wanted to stop watching, but I couldn't turn away because it was so good until the end. But I really want to see it. I really want to see it. I've been in a total Matrix mood this week.
Yeah, it seems well now I think it's already been said that it's supposed to disregard the second and third movie.
Oh yeah.
But I still enjoyed the
Well,
sequels.
it takes place 60 years later. So I could see how they would say that. But I don't want to give I shouldn't give anything away.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble, guys, but go look on YouTube. It's there. It's there.
Oh God.
And it's not as bad as people would expect it to be. And like when you see the trailer after knowing that, you're like, okay, I could see every part of what they were saying, especially that last shot.
And I heard something too. I don't know if you heard the same thing that I heard, that they were going to do this anyways, with or without the director, Wachowski, or in this case, Lena
Yeah,
Wachowski.
yeah. He, they, them,
I
their
suppose. Yeah.
wrote it. Yeah, wrote it, and someone else directed it.
And I'm like, how about just not do it at all? I mean, I enjoyed the Matrix trilogy.
Yeah, it's like you don't need it. Like
I mean,
I would, if they were gonna do anything, I would have liked to see them do a live action version of the second Renaissance, but they never did it.
yeah.
But then again, the cartoon version stands on its own. Like,
Oh, the Animatrix?
yeah, like even though it's only like 20 minutes, I feel like that was the best representation of the origin of the Matrix.
Okay, I haven't seen that. I've heard about it though.
I'll send that to you. I'll send it to you.
All right.
It's very
Let's
good.
see here. Yeah, I heard about that. Flight of the Navigator remake is happening.
Bryce Dallas.
Yeah, Ron Howard's daughter, Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man 3.
Has she written it? Has she? That's true.
Yeah,
Has she written anything?
I'm not sure.
I'd be interested to see what her writing's like, because she does a lot of stage.
Mhm.
Really provocative stage, not not the G-rated Jurassic Park.
That's right. She was in that too.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, how about just no? You mean Frostbite? I guess he's asking about the Mountain Dew. The
That
blue
might be
Mountain
it.
Dew? Yeah, that's it. Frostbite.
Yeah.
I'm about to
We
get
have
some water.
Voltage and we have another one here that's blue. Oh, Frostbite is the apple one?
I think Frostbite is the blue one.
Okay, yeah.
So I think there's two blue ones. I could be wrong.
Maybe
So
there's three.
Voltage is more of a purple, right? Or Frostbite's more of a purple.
I'm not sure. I usually get the Voltage joints. The blue. It looks pretty blue to me. It's a nice Ted Sutton blue.
Yeah. Oh man. I think Jaws and Sleepaway Camp needed sequels.
Yeah, it's true. I still haven't seen Sleepaway Camp. I've seen the documentary, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh, that's a really good movie, Sleepaway Camp.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I've
them.
had multiple chances I could have seen it. I have multiple chances where it was on in the background. I just never watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I mean, I knew there were sequels, but from the stuff I've heard, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather watch Jaws 2 and Jaws 3. What about Thanksgiving and Evil Bong? I've never seen those.
I want to see the Eli Roth Thanksgiving. I want that to happen because that was pretty cool. Like the trailer guy, the guy who's doing the voice in the trailer is amazing. He's like, Thanksgiving. This
What's it
year
called?
there will be no leftovers.
Oh, it's a short.
Thanks. Oh, well, there's the
Is that what it
Thanksgiving
is?
one that's on Grindhouse. Yeah,
Okay,
it's like a trailer. And then Thanksgiving though, that's a different one, right?
I believe.
That's on Tubi, no?
I'll have to look in a little bit. Let me see. What's it called?
Thanksgiving and Evil Bong.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, right here. Yeah, the first
Because
one.
Evil Bong's on there, and Ginger Dead Man with Gary Busey, and I love Gary Busey these days.
Let me see what
I
kind of Gary
fucking love
Busey
him.
movies on
He's
Tubi.
just, I would love to talk to him. Give me 5 minutes with Gary Busey.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
got some movies
Joshua.
up here, like Plato's Run, some other stuff. Are you excited for the new upcoming Jackass?
I know my cousin's gonna make me watch it, so I'm gonna see it either way.
Yeah.
But
Well, now it's been pushed. Like
Antlers 2 just got pushed here. Like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months.
oh yeah, we were talking about Antlers before, which I didn't know. Like, I don't know anything about it, but so it's a movie that's coming out, I think, in October here.
Yeah. It's based on a short story by Neil and Costa and Tosca. I'm sure I'm gonna mess that up, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's that short story is wow. Like it's only an hour long. You can listen to it on YouTube, and it's called The Quiet Boy, and it's frightening. It's really frightening, especially if you come from a broken home or an abusive home.
Yeah.
Fucking terrifying.
I'm about to check that out.
Yeah, really well. It's worth it. And I have a feeling because there's shots in the trailer that are from the book, so you're kind of like, oh, that's when this happens, or that's when that happens. So it's gonna be pretty insane to see how they pull it off.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if they're gonna how they're gonna fuse the two. That's what I listened to like Gail Moe talk about it, and the director of it, and just wow.
Yeah, I thought maybe I've heard the movie, but I wasn't sure like what it was about until you mentioned it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a Wendigo movie.
Sweet.
And Carrie Russell, I like Carrie Russell. She's pretty cool. So
I can't remember the last time I saw her. Like I saw her in anything.
is that Kurt Russell's daughter?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was too good to be true.
There's no Russell connection. What are we going to expect? A Chucky Thanksgiving animated crossover? I don't know.
After the sci-fi special.
Whenever Gary Busey needs work.
Yeah.
A Hardball Tour 20 yesterday. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've seen parts of it at Cornell's house. Little parts.
Yeah, it's a good sports movie. Sad ending, but still good.
I'm gonna check it out.
So, since I guess I don't know, I just kind of throw some stuff out. I mean, of course, rest in peace, Norm Macdonald.
From my neck of the woods. He was from here.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, Quebec.
Oh, he was from. Oh, he was.
Yeah, Tabarnak.
Yeah, yeah. I was.
Here, yeah.
I was taking my last break at work, and I was getting up, and I read on my phone. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad. I didn't even know he had cancer.
No, apparently he, dealing with it for the last 9-10 years.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But I always thought it was funny. I mean, whether it be through his jokes and stand up and, movies like Dirty Work and Billy Madison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, no, when he was on Conan with the Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Oh, Norm. We say it every time that the world's never going to see anything like that again.
Exactly. And there's not going to be a voice like him again.
I was watching Q the other day, and they had Billy Corgan from the Pumpkins on there, and he was saying how he hopes that his work is never wasted. In a way that like how like Neil Young like you could say about Elvis, he was like the greatest, but like he had his bad periods.
Yeah.
But when you listen to him, you know why he's the hound dog, So yeah, like it's one of those things where like I wonder if all artists really struggle with that. Like, what am I going to be remembered for?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just sad. It's sad.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Life is short.
Yeah, I'm amazed that it wasn't in the public eye more. Even Chadwick Boseman, like him too. He kept it from the media, and people were making fun of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was dealing with that for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
My thoughts on animated Diary of a Wimpy Kid reboot. Don't know anything about it.
I didn't see the other ones.
I didn't either.
Nope.
Top 5 indie B-horror movies.
Evil Dead 1, 2. Or Evil Dead 1, I can't really say 2. 2 was big budget, right?
Yeah, I guess. I have to think about that one.
1, Last House on the Left, the Wes Craven one. Fuck, I don't even know.
How about this one? I know at some point we were going to talk about this anyway, but what do you guys think about Twins 2? Don't see, you talk about Twins 2 and I started coughing already.
That had that steak face reaction for me. I was like, ooh. You know what? I'm okay with Tracy Morgan, but it should have been Eddie.
Yeah, I wonder why. Well, apparently they got tired of waiting on Eddie Murphy, so I don't know.
Yeah, fucking Netflix. Netflix has him now, right? So
yeah, because now he's doing Beverly Hills Cop for Netflix.
Yeah. It sucks because he already did Beverly Hills Cop 4. They filmed it, and they threw it on a shelf, and they never fucking released it. Back in 2013, there's pictures all over the internet.
Yeah,
but they never released it. They said he outshone Brandon T. Jackson, but hey, that's what we all want. So what's the problem, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, that's probably what it was. He's probably Netflix has got a hold of him, and between because now he's got what Brothers Cop 4 and something else
Mm-hmm.
coming out, and so
Yeah, he did the Rudy Ray Moore movie, and then
Don't Might, yeah,
yeah, and then he was supposed to do stand up, new stand up shows. So I guess that's what he's doing.
yeah. I'm not a Tracy Morgan guy, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do it. I mean,
Yeah, like
apparently
I'm
there's
happy because like he had the accidents and all that.
mm, I,
So
I
I'm happy that he's doing something like that. He was able to overcome that
yeah.
obstacle, but it's like they promised us something else,
Mm-hmm.
you know. As
Well,
much as I love Tracy, they still promised us something else.
yeah, I have a bad feeling. I mean, apparently they're gonna start filming in January.
Oh boy,
So
it's gonna be a Christmas baby, a New Year's baby.
yeah, but who's to say? I mean, this is gonna go to a theater. I'll
I
be
don't know why they're calling it adopted. If they shouldn't call it adopted because that takes away the mystery of the movie right away.
well, it's still called triplets.
Yeah, triplets adopted or something.
Yeah, something. I'm like, I'm done.
That's great.
But let me see here. I might have to go get a water here in a second.
All right.
What horror movie do you think had the scariest concept?
This Antlers movie is pretty fucking scary. Nightmare on Elm Street had a really good scary concept.
You know what? As simple as this is, I'm gonna say Jaws because it's such a
Yeah,
universal, like, you don't know what's beneath the water. Like,
that movie kept me out of the ocean. Still has me out of the ocean.
I would say that. And Junebug wants to join in. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get a water real quick, and then Junebug, I'm gonna get you in here.
All right.
But if I don't know if you can see the chat, if you want to, respond to some of the questions.
I'll talk to them because I got this one open. I don't have. If I go to the other one, I have to switch,
Okay.
and it's gonna put me 2 minutes behind or something like that.
All right.
So I'll just
I just
talk to these people.
okay. I just need a water to keep me from coughing so much.
All right.
So I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Hey, people out there, how's it going? I want to ask you guys if you saw the. I want to hear your comments on this particular thing. A couple of months ago, actually, maybe it was last year, I heard that they were doing this Predator movie, and then a little while ago, I heard that they were almost finished the Predator movie, and then I think it was last week. I was in bed with my wife, and we were watching videos on the phones, and I saw the
That shook.
earthquake. Yeah, I was in bed with I was in bed with my wife, and I saw this interview. I think it was on Collider. Same guy who interviewed the Antlers people, and they kind of gave it away that this is kind of maybe going to be like a Quest for Fire Predator movie, like a prehistoric movie. I want to know out there if anybody has heard about this.
What's that?
The new Predator movie, if we're gonna have like, because like it's the same guys even who did Alien versus Predator. So do you think maybe at the end a xenomorph T-Rex will show up?
I'm not sure. I mean, I heard about the new Predator movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they said this the first journey to the planet Earth. Yeah, I saw
just
that the other day. And then
and
Isaiah posted that today too.
so what are your feelings about that? I mean, I guess supposed to have like some kind of Comanche woman or something like that.
I think if they stick to the Quest for Fire element where there's no talking, where it's just like no, there was no language back then. Don't throw in English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like keep it really like you're watching something of nature. I think it could be fantastic.
And Ty, I sent you an invite to one of your emails. So check your emails, but I did send an invite. Yeah, Final Destination had a pretty scary concept.
Yeah, because you can't escape death, right?
Oh, okay. Junebug's here. Ready? Get ready to add
Yeah.
Junebug. Hey,
Oh,
how's it going?
all right. I got some exciting news. My girl might be coming home. So,
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can't say where she's stationed, but yeah, she might be coming home from the military. So,
That's fun.
Awesome, man.
That's really great.
uh-huh. Um, got a big plans for her.
Oh, that's sweet.
Man. Yeah, we were just talking about the new Predator movie, and I don't know
Yeah,
what's your feelings.
I mean, I like the concept, I mean, but I don't know if it'll be woke is the thing. Like, I do like the
Yeah.
concept of Native American going after a predator. So, Native Americans were great hunters, so, and if it happens to be a female Native American, I think that's a really cool idea. But
Yeah.
woke, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Stranger Boy just said, I don't know about the new Predator because Disney's doing it.
They got the monopoly on everything.
Uh,
Like if they go back to like how the Indians have legends of
well,
I don't want to say Bigfoot, but like other tribes that were much more gigantic and stuff that would come and
I believe in the book Rambo. Rambo's supposed to be Indian, so
yeah.
he's supposed. So basically, this would be like a Native American, like Rambo style, going after the predator, and it just happens female. If it's that, and they don't push, they don't make men look bad, then
Yeah.
cool. They make her an actual character, not a,
Yeah. I think she's gonna be like a Neanderthal, I think because they said early. They said really early. So I don't know if they're putting out stuff like that just to trick people. But like when I saw that interview with the director the other day, he said early. Like it made me think, okay, dinosaurs and like
because I just think in today's market with films, you just have to kind of remain optimistic. Like because trailers don't do films justice anymore. You have to go out and see the product.
Yeah.
Well, I know this is the same director who did 10 Cloverfield Lane,
which I really like. So
what's that?
Which I actually like 10 Cloverfield Lane. I actually like it better than the original. So
it's a good movie.
I haven't seen it
because I don't like the only reason I don't like Cloverfield Lane is I'm just not a fan of found footage movies. So.
Yeah. But you made some good points there. I just, I saw the Predator and I'm like, okay, if this is going to be the future, then this is where I dip out.
Yeah, well, as long as they write in the lore that they kill off Adrian Brody and what's that guy's name? He's like, I think he might actually be the new Indiana Jones now. That guy.
Joel Kilmeade?
No, Boyd Holbrook.
Oh yeah, Boyd.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Just as bad.
Yeah, Kinnaman's brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or cousin.
Which he. So yeah, there's a rumor that he might be the new Indiana Jones, in flashbacks rather than like Chris.
I hope not.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go pee really quick.
Oh, no problem, man.
But I think today's market have to remain optimistic about movies. Just judge the trailer on watch the trailer, but keep in mind that this is probably just maybe not what the director wanted because the separate market for trailers right now, like a lot of times the director does not have control of the trailers anymore.
Well, what's your take on triplets? Because I'm sure you've heard about that, right?
Is that actually confirmed now, or are they actually doing that?
Well, they're doing it, but now instead of Eddie Murphy, it's going to be Tracy Morgan.
if I had to pick, I'd rather pick Eddie Murphy. But like, it's just stupid. Like, why can't Danny DeVito, Eddie Murphy, and Arnold do some other movie together? You know, rather than triplets. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe have like, you know, maybe like make a Lethal Weapon like trio movie with Joe Pesci, Danny Glover, but not those guys, but
Yeah.
have Arnold, DeVito, and Eddie Murphy.
Well, apparently they got tired of waiting on Eddie Murphy, and me and Matt were just talking about how we think it's because of Netflix that he may have projects tied up with Netflix that they got
Well,
tired of waiting on Murphy.
yeah, right now he's doing Beverly Hills Cop 4,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
which, you know what, if we could get that Dolomite is My Name performance out of Eddie Murphy, I think Eddie could still do it. Because I actually was one of the very few who liked Coming to America, because if you pay attention, Eddie Murphy was actually like making fun of the whole.
Oh yeah, but Jim Bug was just talking about Coming to America. Yeah, we were just talking about Eddie Murphy. I think he had to get off for a second, but he's still in the stream here.
Yeah.
I know I missed a question from Stranger Boy. Let me go back for a second. I think he asked about the Suicide Squad.
Oh boy.
Hold on. There it is. Okay, thoughts on the Suicide Squad. He says, I saw it and then was surprised because I really enjoyed it.
My niece saw it and she really enjoyed it. And she's a hard one to please, so it's like I saw Stallone's name in the credits, but I didn't know who he was. And I was like, he was the shark. And she was like, oh, he was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but I gotta give it to that polka dot guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in everything. And he was just like a fan guy who got lucky, like he's really interesting, that guy. I don't remember his name.
I forgot his name, but I know he's been in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, King Shark, I mean, the stuff I've heard, he's one of the better parts, but he's not given a lot to do.
Yeah. Probably because it's a lot of money to get Stallone.
Do you guys hear about, probably a little off topic, you guys hear about that, the guy who played Cyborg in the Justice League movies?
What happened?
Apparently, Josh Whedon yelled, and he's getting all butthurt now.
I mean, well, I heard about that a while back. Is there something new that's going on?
No, I guess that's just the update that I've heard. Like, it's just like, dude, welcome to real life. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've had jobs. I mean, and because sometimes, guess what? In the real world, if you screw up, you better pray you don't get fired.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about the Ray Fisher?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's his name?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I just thought that was just like, dude, shut up. Before Justice League, you were a Broadway actor that nobody heard of.
Well, in Hollywood, you fail upwards, so.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to ask Matt, do you have any information on the Stallone project?
On Stallone what?
Tupac project.
I wish I did. I heard he was going to do it. That might be something we should ask Jack about, because I'm sure Jack would know a lot more about that than me.
To me,
shout out to Jack Raven.
Well, I just like that idea of Stallone doing a Tupac movie, and I heard that
Me too.
I heard he was gonna expose the truth in it. Not it was gonna be Hollywoodized. The cookie cutter.
Yeah, and he was getting Robert Downey Jr. He wanted Robert Downey Jr. for it.
I heard
that could have been cool.
I heard Stallone was gonna lead cop.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about Poe. I got across from Poe there for a second because I was going to throw in Poe too. I I'd really love to see him do something like that. I know, like the last time he was talking about doing it, I think a movie came out, right?
They made the
So
the Tupac movie, and then Johnny Depp played the part that Stallone would play.
Oh, City of
wow,
Lies. Was that it?
Yeah, City of Lies.
wow,
Which now
that's
I guess. Which now I remember when that came out, that they canceled that entire movie release.
mhm. Are you a big Tupac fan?
Uh,
Because my wife's a big Tupac fan. When I told her that, she was like, "Nah, get out of here," you know.
I'm not a fan,
Mhm.
but
I
I
admire him. I'm not a big fan,
Same
no, but
here.
I appreciate what he's done. You know.
yeah. But yeah, that is something I was generally curious about. Is that like Stallone's Tupac movie? Trying to find more information
Mhm.
on it. So,
Why didn't we
It's
get his
so
Death Wish
crazy.
movie?
huh?
Like I find with Stallone, like for every movie he makes, there's like at least 10 either he didn't make to make that movie or like alternate versions of those movies that he did make. There's a lot of Stallone stuff, like a lot. Like I mean a lot. Like everybody always talks about the movies that Stallone did, but I'm totally fascinated about the ones he didn't do because what like we said with Norm Macdonald, when Stallone goes, we're not going to see that again, right? So that's like a one-time shot. Like, what
Yeah,
about all those things that we never got to see?
like
That's where,
Isobar.
See,
yeah, and
well,
there's tons of them.
I think with Isobar, you know, I know like that was a Stallone project, but I think you could rework that. Let's say get Scott Adkins in it,
Yeah,
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 or Thomas Jane, or
hmm
maybe make it a vehicle for like Chris Pratt, or you know some other, or maybe maybe find the power of a good unknown.
yeah,
yeah,
You know, I love that Isobar. Like I think that they could easily work that. And like
hmm
I believe Walter Matthau was supposed to be in Isobar.
yeah. And
Walter
Jim
Matthau,
Belushi.
Jim Belushi, Kim
So,
Basinger.
so why not have Stallone? Just if you have to have like someone in it, why not just have Stallone play the Walter?
They could do that.
Yeah,
They could do that. Make them all Copland. You know,
Yeah, and
yeah,
make it,
I watch that.
because that's one thing that I think like Stallone and Arnold should do now. Well, maybe not Arnold because in light of recent events.
yeah.
If you go on celebrity auctions,
No, I locked it
I,
up.
I was gonna buy this, but like my wife was like, I don't know, Matt, that's a big one. Is there's someone's got a copy of the storyboard analysis for Isobar for $700
Oh wow,
American.
700.
There's some pictures floating around that you can see on the internet with like Stallone in like the movie, but
Mhm.
like that's what my wife said, 700.
No, was it supposed to be a
She's
squid
like, I know
creature?
you like buying these things, but that one's a little.
Was it supposed to be a squid creature or a plant creature?
It was supposed to be the train itself, then a squid, then a plant, and I don't know what they settled on. I think they settled on a plant one because the script is more
Yeah,
plant based.
yeah. For people in the chat, if you don't know about Isobar, go do your research and look up that project.
Yeah, go check out Pyramid Head.
Yeah,
Pyramid Head has the best isobar video of all time.
Yeah, it. I mean, and as far as yeah, I mean, I still think they could make ISO bar, and
Me
you know,
too.
like I know a lot of people. Sorry if you guys can hear my friend in the background. Yeah, I mean, I think that it could easily be a vehicle. Like a starring vehicle, theatrical, worldwide release for Scott Adkins. You know,
Yeah.
that guy deserves a Hollywood movie. You know,
Exactly.
There's
I'll
a
be down for
great
that.
scene. There's a great scene where like Stallone's in like kind of like the coffee room on the train, and the monster's coming after him, and the monster gets in the room with him, and he notices that like he's like cutting wires in the electrical panel to try to escape through the floor of the train, and the monster's coming at him, and he notices like he'll like cut a wire, and then the coffee machine will like turn off, and then the creature will go over to the coffee machine and come back, and then he'll cut another wire, and then the creature will go over there and come back, and then he gets out through the floorboards of the train, right? And when he's shutting it, the fucking creature comes down on him, and he cuts off one of the creature's arms, and he's like lying under the train, and he's like, "Fuck, I hate my job."
Yeah. I wish we would have got that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looks like Junebug turned his mic off for a second, but
Hi, friend of Junebug.
but to catch up, I'm sorry we're kind of getting away from the comments a little bit, but Salem's Lot remake coming out next year. Okay, I heard about that, but I don't know much about it.
I like that short story, the prequel short story to Salem's Lot. That's really, really good. People should go check that out. It's very H.P. Lovecraftian. It's by Stephen King. I forget what it's called. Jerusalem's Lot? Is that what it's called? I'm not sure.
I still have to see the I got the one from the 70s on Blu-ray,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't seen like any version of Salem's Lot.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
I
It's always the one that I've never seen.
mean, you know, at this rate, you know, I mean, if I don't know, like I'm all like, I mean, Salem's Lot, the remake, meh. I mean, the one with Rob Lowe was pretty good. So, because they did a remake with Rob Lowe in like the early. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna I'm just gonna do what I do with everything in Hollywood now. Like, try to remain optimistic because I'm not gonna be.
Yeah.
Because I do feel that okay, if you think that you're not gonna like a movie because you and everything, I think that you can kind of perceive that you're not gonna like it, and then
you can jinx it for yourself.
Exactly. So
yeah.
That's one thing that I just believe that, you know, like, it's one of the reasons why, like, okay, like the new Matrix, I know, you know, a lot of people in our community that were in our little friend group a little bit, we're kind of ranting on it and everything, but I'm like, dude, I just try to remain a little optimistic about it, you know, like, you know, just don't jinx yourself because maybe the trailer just sucked, you know.
And that's happened before. Like, okay, for example, World War Z, that's a film that I enjoyed. I didn't know much about the trailer. I'm like, I don't know what you guys feel on that one, but
well, like the first Matrix, I didn't know anything going in. I didn't see any trailers or nothing, and I was blown away.
I love World War Z. I mean, I wish that apparently Brad Pitt still wants to do the sequel, and I really hope it happens. But World War Z was good. I loved World War Z.
Yeah, I need to watch that again.
I try to look at it, and then maybe it's like a weird way to look at it, but like I try to find something in it that relates to something more meta. You know, like I really like how, you know, because it's not just one person. Like, it's not just one person who's making a movie and everybody says it sucks. It's like a lot of people did a lot of work to get that even off the ground. So I try to look at it like I always try to see if I can find something in it that I enjoy or that I want to learn about. And since I started doing that, movies are a little better. And also I find like watching movies more with my wife and exploring that with my wife and get to talk about it with someone. I really enjoy that. So I tend to give more movies passes these days just because I know it's almost impossible to make a movie. So yeah,
it's it's like watching a movie with the crowd versus by yourself.
Yeah.
that type of thing. But
Yeah.
see, let's to go back on some of the questions. What are your thoughts on the 2 new South Park movies coming out for Paramount Plus before the end of the year? Apparently,
Don't abuse my authority.
I've only seen the first South Park movie, and that's pretty much it. I haven't seen a lot of the series, to be honest with you.
The member berries.
Yeah, we were just Jim Bug's back, but
Mhm.
I think a while ago, Mass Singer asked about the 2 new South Park movies that are coming out on Paramount Plus.
Anything South Park is good. So
Yeah,
All right.
that's funny.
I
especially
think that show is really funny.
it's one of my favorite shows, especially because here's the thing: we all know that Randy Marsh caused the thing that happened in 2020
Yeah.
episode.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of South Park, so
They said that Randy Marsh,
Mhm.
he's the one who caused the pandemic because he was getting high with Mickey Mouse, and him and Mickey Mouse fucked a bat.
You know, I found when I was watching that remake of Tango and Cash, Hobbs and Shaw, and I was like, it's so ironic that they talk about this virus right before the virus breaks out, like within weeks, months. It's like,
Yeah.
Hobbs and
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. I won't go into that. That's political. I'm not gonna. I won't. I don't do that. But
sorry if
I just thought it was interesting.
Are you guys still there?
I'm here.
Okay, I had a little
Yeah.
hiccup with my connection.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
Sorry.
back. It was my end. Like it disconnected for a second and then it reconnected. Okay, what about this one? What are your top 5 favorite Keanu movies? Jonathan Mills asking. His top 5 are Matrix, Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions, John Wick 2, and Speed.
You want to go first, Junebug?
I gotta think of.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
I'll try to be quick.
I would say Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah. Point Break is really good.
Yeah.
Street Night.
Oh, you mean Street Kings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And John Wick 1 probably. And I'll just say for Anna Dumas, you know, the girl who showed her the really cute Cuban girl in Knock Knock.
Don't.
Just for her, I'll say that as number 5 because she had a nice
Knock knock.
she had some nice knock.
I'm getting
I go-
PTSD now.
Oh my goodness. You both suck my dick.
You both
Hey.
suck my cock.
It
It was
what was
free
I supposed to
pizza.
do?
It was free pizza.
Hey, especially
Okay, someone's talking to Junebug.
movie now that you get to see, you know, a woman and her beautiful glory is a good movie nowadays because we don't see that anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have to respect Anna Dumas for doing that. You know.
Yeah, she was good in Blade Runner 2049. I remember she was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's the new Bond girl.
Oh, that's right.
I'd have to say Speed. It was like the first movie I ventured off to the cinema on my own to see. It was also actually my first date movie. Matrix, Point Break, Bill and Ted. Man, I don't know how to break a fifth. Maybe John Wick.
Yeah.
because you gotta do John Wick. He was really good in that movie with the I forget what her name is. You know when he's in the restaurant, he's eating all the weird food.
Always Maybe? No, is that it? No, Call Me
It's like a
Maybe
love
or
story.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know it's from Netflix.
hmm I thought he was fun in that just because he was playing like the what you would think he was,
Yeah.
you know.
I would say to be quick, like not in particular order, Bill and Ted 1,
hmm
Speed, The Matrix, and I'll throw in John Wick and John Wick 2 in there.
Yeah. John was really good.
Constantine, I forgot about that one. That's another great one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll an honorable mention to Constantine. So
Yeah. Um, let's see here. King Shark is kind of like Groot.
Yeah. I could see that totally.
much, yeah. I actually liked Suicide Squad 2, and I'm because I refuse to call that movie The Suicide Squad because
Yeah.
we all know that Hollywood is lazy of adding subtitles now to movies.
Yeah, it's got to be like the Predator.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that big deal? I mean, what's the big deal about adding subtitles to movies now?
We have to stay relevant.
Yeah, because they wanted to try to wipe the slate clean because, this is the real Suicide Squad movie. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I mean, I would like to check it out, the stuff that I've heard about it, but it's kind of that,
they're afraid of like that Shane Black's giant pussy's gonna get house pussy. House pussy's gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would have rather their original choice to be the lead. Predator. No, originally Benicio del Toro was going to be the lead.
Was that for Predators?
That was for The Predator.
Oh, really? What? Yeah, I don't know.
Wow,
maybe
that could have been good.
Maybe he saw the script and he's like, really? This is a big joke.
He's like, no, Rick Baker, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Black and Decker, Fred Decker, and Shane Black.
No, he was going to do it. He was going to do it, but then he couldn't do it because of scheduling conflicts. So
okay, yeah,
he would have been better than Boyd Holbrook.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I miss the old days of like it's always hit and miss, but like I had more of a love for it growing up, like the unknowns. Like Christopher Reeve or like even Tom Welling was a great fucking unknown casting.
Yeah.
For Superman, but like I don't know. I feel like it's like the gimmick's been bashed apart. Like everyone's trying to do it, so I don't connect to it as much as I used to. But I used to, there used to be some really great casting like that. Yeah, like that the girl from Demon Knight. Is it Jada Smith from Demon Knight, or is it Jada Pinkett, or is it the other one? I can't remember. Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Demon Knight, wasn't she like a unknown at that time? Really good because you didn't expect it too. You didn't see it coming. She was so like fucking amazing in that.
I still haven't seen that.
Good movie.
I gotta get a watch. I would rather see the original version of Tower Heist. Eddie Murphy is the lead, as well as some funny comedians. I haven't seen that all the way.
I haven't seen it at all.
Have you seen Tower Heist, Jim Bug?
Yeah, I did. I would like to see the original concept more because I like that idea. Eddie Murphy. There's the little glimpse of old school Eddie Murphy. That's what I like about it.
It's always great when you catch that, eh? When you catch that little glimpse of someone that's like, oh, like even though Mel Gibson, he was, I think one of the better parts of Expendables 3, but just even though we only got to see him fight for a minute, just to see him do a little bit of rigs in there, I was like, oh,
he's one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah.
And Scotty, hey Scotty, I just saw his comment down below.
Yo,
you want to join Scotty? Let me know. And It's up to you, but I'll get you in here. And
You should send Fabio the link.
Mhm.
yeah, I haven't talked to Fabio. I don't know if he's working tonight.
I watched his stream the other night. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wild Man Beyond is like because I let him know too that I was doing the stream, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So we'll see what happens though.
I send Fabio the link and see what happens.
Yeah.
Shake it, baby.
What if Rob Zombie made the next Harley Quinn movie?
I don't know. It might be interesting.
You know
It'd be
what?
bloodier.
You know what? His style might actually fit a Harley Quinn movie. I'll just say that.
You know, for like the last 4 years, I wanted to do a Rob Zombie special on the comics, like on Bigfoot and T-Rex and the Nail and maybe some the Firefly prequel and a couple of those other ones. And like, fuck, I should get back into that because he maybe it's just in the execution of how things come out, but he is actually a really good writer, like a really, really good writer.
Well,
And
Except for maybe the Crow. The Crow was a little.
I'm about to send you a
Not-
link on
Not as
Messenger,
bad as the
Scotty.
Eminem Crow, but close enough.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm about to send you a link, Scotty. Well, I'll send it to your email. How about that? I got your email, Scotty, so I'll send you a link here. Well, we were talking about Expendables 3 a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
Uriel says Expendables 4 is unneeded. Megan Fox's franchise poison.
She's like that fucking Snow White apple.
I'll keep saying it to people. Megan Fox, I think, is actually underrated in a lot of ways. I think that a lot of people more look at her beauty and not her talent.
I give you that. For sure.
But because I've seen her in stuff, a lot of people think things that people say, "Oh, she was terrible in this movie." Those are bad scripts, and it doesn't matter if you're Daniel Day-Lewis. If
Yeah.
script is bad, the movie's gonna suck.
Yeah. There's one movie I want to see her in. The one with Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke and Bill Murray both said
Yeah.
that they could not believe Megan Fox's acting talent, and she was only 23 years old at the time. And
Wow.
Bill Murray, he would say something like that to a pretty girl just to be funny and everything. But Mickey Rourke is brutally honest.
Yeah.
Well, your talent.
Mickey Rourke is so fucking good.
I was gonna ask Scotty about. I mean, not Scotty, but Junebug. What's your? I know you're talking about Megan Fox, but also like I know 50 Cent's in the movie. 50 Cent, Tony Jaa, and now Andy Garcia.
50 Cent. I mean, why not get Michael Jai White? I do agree.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ice Cube. If you have to get a black guy.
Bring Wesley Snipes back too.
Yeah, Andy Garcia, sweet. And Tony Jaa, definitely. That guy deserves some big break in Hollywood.
Yeah,
I really like Andy Garcia in the book club. Sorry to cut you off there. Sorry.
are you good?
Sorry. But Andy Garcia, I do feel is like people know who Andy Garcia is, but I'm always excited to see. I do think he's kind of underrated.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's done some good movies. To me, it's like questionable casting. Apparently, he's going to play like a CIA type character. That's going to kind of like what Kelsey Grammer was in the third film.
I would love to see this. Like I would love to see a Escape Plan movie with just Stallone and Rourke. Just them, because the prequel comics deal with just them a lot. And he was supposed to die in the second movie, and then he came back, and now they're playing like the comics off of that, kind of. So it's like going back to things being wasted. Like, why would you? He's such a great actor. He's like one of the best last things of that generation.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that Mickey Rourke did not with Sylvester Stallone. So.
Well, me and Matt were talking earlier. Oh, bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
But No, me and Matt were talking earlier, and then I heard something that I asked Matt about. I'm like, well, there's a rumor that apparently Stallone's character is going to be killed off so they can have Statham take the franchise. And
It would make sense just because they want to do that with the Chuck Johnson variants. They want to go that direction, but I don't think Stallone will do it.
I mean, well, one thing that I think Stallone, as I was saying, Stallone should do, maybe even Jackie.
what's that? You're breaking up a little bit.
Not one thing I do think Stallone and Arnold. Well, not Arnold anymore because fuck Arnold now, due to things that he has said.
Oh no!
I think we know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Screw your freedom.
Screw
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
Benny.
We want to hear the.
as far as I'm concerned, Arnold Schwarzenegger died.
down, down.
So have Stallone, Jackie Chan, some other action stars. I think they should take note from Sean Connery, and what he did in Highlander, he played the mentor.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
I'd totally be down for that.
have
You know
Stallone,
that.
like have Stallone play the mentor to
Yeah.
some other star, and like have him step back a little bit.
You know they're gonna do that with Nighthawks.
Oh, wait,
Nighthawks 2.
Scotty is in here. We're getting ready to add Scotty to the chat. To the stream. All right, 3, 2, 1.
I'll be back. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey there, just give me a little bit of time. I'm just gonna, I'll be talking with you in a few minutes. I just gotta do something real quick. So I'm
No
gonna
problem, man.
All right.
All right, but yeah, apparently Junebug. Yeah, that's the rumor. I'm down. I'm all for Tony Jaa. Andy Garcia. Well, I do question. I'm like, okay, Andy Garcia is a great actor, but I'm like, why aren't you looking at guys like Thomas Jane and Michael Jai White and maybe Jeff Speakman?
Let's again, like I said, let's try to remain optimistic. This is kind of they're still obviously in the early stage of casting, right? So maybe they will get them. Or if they don't, then then at that point we can just always sit there and I guess just start really just start petitioning hard. Jeff Speakman, like I would love to get him, but like here's my concern with Jeff Speakman. The dude has not acted in 15 years. And usually if an actor has that long of a break, usually their acting will come off as stiff.
Yeah.
And so if you can't get Jeff Speakman, maybe at least hire Jeff Speakman to do the choreography or something.
Yeah, like
that way,
get Christopher Lambert for God's sakes.
Exactly. Christopher Lambert would be awesome. Like,
yeah, at least he's still acting, right?
Yeah. Like imagine Christopher Lambert as the villain or something,
Maybe he could be the brains, but someone will have to do the fighting for him.
Yeah, I wonder because now that they've added, which I guess Scotty knows we're talking about the Expendables 4, but you already got Megan Fox, 50 Cent, Tony Jaa, Andy Garcia. So who are the villains?
I will say this. There's one movie that Megan Fox did with, I think, I don't remember the name of it, but because it has like a very weird title. But it's a movie she did with Bruce Willis. You can get it out on Redbox now. I would say check it out. Bruce Willis is sleepwalking through the movie. But Megan Fox actually does show some acting talent. Like she's, in it, like she does play sort of a tough girl in it. So like, I would say check it out and don't look at Megan Fox as Megan Fox in it, because I still think people kind of look at her and they just see the image and beauty of Megan Fox. They don't really see her.
I never really thought she was that beautiful looking in the first place.
Well, who do you think, do you see them adding next? Do you think they'll go after Michael Jai White, or?
I think I mean, obviously they have to go after the core cast, you know, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, and everything, and Statham.
Well, Statham's in it. Stallone, Dolph Lundgren,
Mhm.
Randy Couture. They haven't said
It's
anything about Terry Crews.
Yep.
What
No,
was
he's
saying,
gone.
Matt?
He's gone. He's gone.
Terry Crews.
He's gone. Yeah. Sadly,
Jet Li?
he's gone.
Yeah, Jet
Terry
Li
Crews.
has aged considerably since the last Expendables, I'd say.
Well, that's more just the health issues, which is a very controllable condition that he has. That's an overactive thyroid,
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
which, you know, and he's had that for a long time. But that's a very treatable condition, you know. So
I hope
don't
it gets
think-
better.
Yeah.
and the fact is, I don't think they're going to get Jackie Chan because Jackie Chan is too expensive.
But Jackie Chan did that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, like the Iron, like what do you call it? What's the name of it?
The Iron Mask.
Iron.
The only reason I bring that up is Jackie Chan is too expensive.
Hey, Wild Man.
Jackie
Get in here. Get in
Ja-
here.
Jackie
Jump
Chan,
the fuck.
What are you saying,
Jackie-
Jim Bug? I'm sorry.
Jackie Chan last year was the fifth highest paid actor in 2004.
Wow.
So yeah, he's too expensive.
Yeah.
And now he's not in the top 10 anymore right now. But considering he was that last year, I think it's safe to say Jackie Chan is too expensive.
It sucks because I really liked Terry Crews, and then I heard someone did something to him on the set, and that was it. Nothing. You know, I don't want to outspeak and say the wrong thing, so I won't repeat it. But like, apparently something happened to him.
All right. So
All the more reason for Wesley Snipes to have a bigger role, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, Matt.
Mhm.
Basically somebody touched Terry Crews.
Yeah. Yeah.
They groped him.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I'm sorry if somebody does that to me in Hollywood. I don't care if I'm at a Hollywood party or not. If you touch my butt, I'm just gonna punch you in your face.
Or you can just headbutt them too while you're at it, right?
yeah.
Either that, or I'll just sit there and turn around and kick him right in the balls with my steel toe boots.
Yeah. It looks like Wild Man's getting ready to join here in a second. So
Oh, Scotty, I wanted to say hi, man.
check it.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Good.
But
I don't know if y'all knew, but I recently uploaded my review for At Close Range, and I like the way that I did this time. Like I had a trailer in the very beginning, and I did my review, and then I had a couple of clips in there. You should definitely check it out if you haven't already.
I will check that out.
yeah, that's a great movie too. That's a really good drama.
Yeah, I was going to do a review for Bright Angel. I even have a small preview at the very end of my video. That's what I'm going to be doing from here on out, just splicing these clips together and my actual thoughts on the film. And I think it turned out great. I just learned how to do it like kind of on the fly and seeing a little YouTube tutorial on it.
Sweet.
And my next review was going to be Bright Angel, and I started recording, but for some reason I just had trouble trying to really get my thoughts on it. It's a bit of a different film. It's kind of similar, but it's not based on true story, but still, nevertheless, I feel like a situation like that can happen in real life, where you basically are kind of on your own. You're trying to figure out where you're going to go in life, and you can easily take the wrong path, and
Yeah.
you're going to encounter them.
Especially when you go from that young to older transition, like when you hit your like late 20s, it's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I want to watch that review. I mean, I remember liking the movie a lot. So, and now I'm starting to get back into reviews again. I'm feeling better, but there's still like, even when I was reviewing the Terminator earlier, I'm like, you know, I was trying to cough a couple of times,
Mhm.
and ended up doing anyway. But you know, I'm getting there. So
It shows the love for the craft.
yeah,
Yeah. Are you still going to finish up your Schwarzenegger marathon?
yeah. Well, up next is Red Sonja, and then it's Commando.
Oh, mama.
So
Let's potty.
Yeah. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
And then I think then after that, you're good. You're definitely going to do Raw Deal, right?
Yeah, Raw Deal. That's after Commando. I'm doing every single film of his up until whatever last movie he did. Maybe it was that Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. I have a bad feeling about that one.
Yeah, me too.
John, piece of advice with that movie.
What is that
Go
movie
into
called?
it kind of expecting a bad movie in a way. And I
Iron
think
Man.
you'll get more. Like, go into it expecting a bad movie, but kind of a fun, turn your brain off type of like fantasy adventure movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't look at it as a good movie. It is my best advice for it, you know? Because certain movies are just meant to be entertaining. They're not meant to be great movies. So,
Which movie are you talking about, Ty?
The
Iron Mask or whatever it's called.
with Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan.
Is Leonardo DiCaprio going to show up from the Machete trailer with Leonardo DiCaprio?
And it ended up being Mel Gibson instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember seeing the trailer and like there's like a little fight between Arnold and Jackie Chan.
Mhm.
And I'm like, Arnold, Jackie Chan, what are you guys doing?
So it didn't look that good to you, huh?
Well, you can see for yourself.
I don't even. What was the film? So it's called Man in Iron Mask or something?
No, Iron Mask.
Iron Mask. Okay. Well, I haven't even seen anything on that. So
Yeah, I saw a little clip. That was it.
Yeah, but I'll be rewatching Terminator Genesis again and Dark Fate, but that's coming down the road, and I'm dreading that.
is that the last movie he did, Dark Fate, or no? He did the Iron Mask. Right. I'm just thinking in terms of theatrical, because I don't think Iron Mask was a theatrical release, was it?
I'm trying to see what was his last
It was
movie.
in China.
I don't even know. His last movie was that
Dark Fate. Yeah,
vaccination video he made.
the Dark Fate came after Iron Mask.
Really?
Like I said,
Yeah. Same
like
year.
I said, that whole thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger. As far as I'm concerned, Arnold died.
Yeah.
Like, I actually grieved his death. So,
Fucking Elton John was playing a song for him. It was over.
You mean like you saw like the anchovies on that pizza and the girls gave the funeral?
Wallman, I don't know if you're still here in the chat, but I did send you a link on Instagram. So I saw him like join in for like a quick second, and then he dropped out. So I don't know.
It's Junebug. It's like one of those things where you ask, like, why did you do that? Like, he should have just not said anything.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I did see a new film yesterday. I saw the new Malignant movie. Thought it was a
Was it
decent.
good? Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. I think we talked about, or maybe like when we started the stream. But yeah, I heard some good things about that. I might have to check that out.
Yep. And hell, I even didn't mind the Night House. That was actually a solid flick right there.
I'm going to be seeing Cry Macho this weekend.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see that when it comes out.
Clint Eastwood.
Still kicking.
Yep. Still, isn't this supposed to be his last film? I've heard.
That's what I heard.
Well, that's what he keeps saying, but then he keeps making more movies. So
Yeah.
don't you remember they said that about The Mule?
Yeah, The Mule was really good. I'm like, okay, I guess for Clint, 91 is a new 41.
Yeah.
I mean,
At this point, why stop? Why stop? That's probably what's keeping him alive. You know, I don't want to say that in a derogatory way. I really do mean it. Like, I really do feel like if you're an artist and you're not doing what you love, then there's no point.
I'm just rooting for Clint Eastwood. I want Clint Eastwood to make it to be 100 years old.
I
Yeah.
also,
Because you know
Yeah.
what? If he died at 100 years old, it'd be like, right on, Clint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 101.
Go the
102.
extra mile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck, beat Kirk Douglas.
hmm
Make it to 105.
Oh yeah, Kirk Douglas lived to be that long, huh?
He's gonna go in like
Kirk
2069 or
Douglas made it
something.
to 103 years old.
He's- oh,
Kirk Douglas was 103 years old when he died. I'm just saying, Clint, go ahead. Come on. Make our day. Beat Kirk Douglas's record.
yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to it. I hope it's good.
123 fourth wall. That's it. Later.
Yeah.
Or let's just say, Clint, beat the record. Become the oldest man in the world.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I
See if you can be the new face of Dos Equis if you can too.
Yeah.
You see like Clint at 100, and then like, oh, they announced Dirty Harry, another Dirty Harry. I'm like, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dirty Harry. I'm definitely too old for this shit.
Old Harry.
no.
Yeah.
He said that Dirty Harry 6 will never happen. Because he said, what would I be doing? Would I be sitting there fly fishing and be chasing people on my walker and my motorized scooter? And that's the car chase.
His rascal.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Maybe
Wildman. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say maybe he can give some pointers to Liam Neeson. Maybe he can take over for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know if Wildman was here, he would say, you know, get back on the Dirty Harry video game that was supposed to happen back in the day.
Here's what I say. Do what you do. You do a crossover of basically Dirty Harry gets a new partner, and it's Detective Lieutenant Frank Bullock.
Yeah.
So you basically you can make that into a video game. So basically, Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
And Chris would teaming up.
That'd be a good one. And with all the deepfake technology we have now, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Like,
why not?
They wouldn't even have to do anything, and you could still get them both in the movie. Like, yeah. Like today, there's no reason not to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to save that for the deal end of everything.
With the video game, though, you don't have. It doesn't have to be, like you just use their likeness. You don't even have to deep fake stuff.
Oh, man, imagine. Like, one day we're going to get a filmmaker who comes out and just fucking, like, all the things we've always wanted to do, and we always say, like, oh, we can't do that because of budget, but they just do it for free. One day you're going to see someone who just comes out and, like, because we need that now. Like, we need it.
I do keep saying it to people. One of the things one of the big things that Hollywood needs right now is you have to realize something. We've gone back to the early 70s way of making movies, where marketing people were making movies, not actual, producers and moguls and everything. Marketing people, and the problem with marketing is you usually appeal to a small majority. Like okay, if you're making a movie, we're not appealing to the market, and it's like 2%. To that 2% marketing mind, that's like 100%. It's like, no, we have to appeal to everybody. No movie is going to appeal to everybody. They have to realize that. So what we need in Hollywood right now is a dreamer and an innovator right now to push the technology further to make something that will go, wow.
Yeah.
That's how you bring the magic back in movies. You make good stories, but you actually make people go, wow.
Yeah.
And make good stories and make something that also entertains them in a way too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And not suck the entertainment out of movies via politics and stuff like that. Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Don't put your gender identity politics. If you're going to do something like that, just do a straight up political film without that. Not try to force it into a non-fiction science fiction or a fiction science, basically science fiction and fictionized story, you know,
Mhm.
or a well-established franchise.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's got to be a break, like the classic fourth wall break. Like there's got to be like a last action hero of making films now, where you could just use anything. You know, you could really go for it. Like where there's no time, there's no space. It's just like you could just go any direction you want.
Mhm. But here's a question I kind of missed on, but Jonathan Mills asked a while ago, What's your favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie?"
Time Cop.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'd say that, or you can say Hard Target. It's going to be a tough one.
I say Hard Target.
Mine's Cyborg.
Which time
Cyborgs.
Time Cop? That I know they made the TV show and the the movie with Jason, but that should have been a bigger franchise. I just feel if done, easily been Doctor Who meets Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, I sent you a link, by the way. I see you in the chat there.
Oh, and by the way, I think I mentioned this. This is the review I'm doing next. If I can pull myself together and get my composure, I was going to do a review of this.
Yeah.
Who's in that?
It's Daryl Maroney, Lily Taylor, and Sam Shepard.
Awesome. And we're getting ready to add Wildman here. 3, 2, 1. Hey.
In the house.
It's Daryl Maroney.
Uh-oh. Something happened.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I think he had his YouTube on at the same time.
Yeah, it seemed like it, or something.
Yeah,
in
I
Mars.
could swear I heard my voice in there as well.
Yeah.
Had the Mars reception.
The time travel element.
He needs to get his ass out of Mars.
Yeah. Get your ass
Get
off
your ass out of
Mars. But Uriel says this. I'm not a fan of the idea of sequel spinoffs. They don't have. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Wild man, getting ready to add him. You there? Wild man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Got the lag.
how you doing?
How's it going, Wild man?
I'm good. How are you guys? How you guys doing?
You might want to mute our voices.
I hear you.
Oh, man.
I hear you. Yeah. Hey,
Got the lag.
how you doing?
Hey, Wild man, you might want
How
to
you guys doing?
fix your thing there.
Yeah. Turn off your YouTube.
What? Have you guys seen much of Sylvester Stallone's daughter, and the movies that she's doing now?
I saw that shark one.
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen that one yet. Yes.
I gotta ask you a question about that one. Is how did the shark have eyes when it was a prehistoric shark? It's never seen anything. And the other creatures didn't have eyes, but the shark had eyes.
I have no idea. What are we talking about?
In the
Okay.
words, it's only a movie.
It's only a movie. It's only a movie.
I think Sistine, honestly, could be the next Cobra if they really did it. If she could be she looks so much like she would be perfect for Cobra.
I think I got a better role for her. What if you casted Christine as like? They're doing like a remake of Cleopatra. What if you casted Christine as Cleopatra or something?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'll be
Interacting.
interesting. That'll
Give
be
her
cool.
that big entrance like Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah,
Wow.
and guess what? I feel like Sistine though, she's okay with looking beautiful. She's one of those women that are like, I'm being sexualized and stuff like that. I think she's willing to wear some of the outfits that they want her to wear.
But like her dad did all these movies where like I don't know what it is about Stallone, but like every single movie he does, he remakes his whole body for that movie. So it's like I could see her being one of like a shapeshifter, kind of like you could have her as like a cave woman. She would work. You know, if like, you know, imagine having Stallone as your acting coach too. That would be fucking insane.
Great, but the only problem with that is some women are built. Like, I don't know, like, what her history is. Like, some women just, like, they can gain muscle mass, but, like, they can't, like,
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
and it's because of, you know, the male testosterone and everything like that. And, you know, I don't know her, like her mom, you know, is a fairly beautiful woman. So, and so maybe, but I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I would say even like have, you know, one thing that I think, you know, just as a marketing gimmick, and yes, you call it what it is, it would be a gimmick. What if you had Patrick Schwarzenegger and Sistine Stallone in the movie?
Oh, that would be fucking awesome.
That'll be epic for sure.
Like a hardcore action Romeo and Juliet, like a fucking Bonnie and Clyde.
I go for that.
The only dream of right there.
Well,
you should sell that idea.
I haven't seen. I can't say much because I haven't seen a lot of their acting.
Yeah, I don't know if she's even a good actress at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How many films has she even really done?
Her and Sophia have a podcast.
Get Scott Eastwood in there.
Yeah.
I would say though with that movie though, the Schwarzenegger and Stallone movie, don't make it like Romeo and Juliet. Like put them in like a like situation like more like a
true. How about True Romance?
Oh yeah, but you know what would be cool? You know what would be cool is go for it.
You know, like put them in a tornado movie or something like that. You know, but like Twister to the extreme or something.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
You know what would be cool?
Yeah.
That's the answer to the problem of Stallone trying to get to the PG-13 market. Hire all these people like Wyatt Russell, all of them together, all the kids of the stars, and do an Expendables that way.
Yeah, like the Expendables with the kids, right? Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I know, like, you know, earlier we were talking about Expendables 4 and what's been confirmed so far. I guess to catch up a little bit, what's your thoughts on that, Wild Man?
You know, I still have hope for this franchise, despite some of the casting I've heard, especially with Megan Fox. Don't get me started with that shit. But Andy, I see Andy Garcia. I like that they added Andy Garcia. That'll be interesting. I hope he plays the villain. That'll be cool. Most definitely.
What about 50 Cent?
Fuck, get on him.
Tony Jaa, he's in it.
I go with Tony Jaa. 50 Cent. I would have put 50 cents in the fucking Coke machine. Okay.
It'd be nice if we could relive those days. 50 cents for a Coke can of Coke.
Yeah.
Get fucking Jeff Speakman in this movie already. Give that guy and Cynthia Rothrock. Give both of them a break already. I'm sick of them. Give both of them a break.
A break?
Cynthia Rothrock and Jeff Speakman. Why? If you're casting this thing, give them a call already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cynthia's really open. She's really, really nice.
He still looks hot though.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christopher Lambert, get him.
My only concern with Jeff Speakman is that he hasn't acted in 15 years. Will come off as stiff. So, if you hire Jeff Speakman and like doesn't come off as a good actor, maybe at least hire him to do the choreography or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd be good to have a role in it for sure.
I love him.
Very underrated.
Hey, Jeff Speakman dated Ursula Andress, so
I did not know that.
So
I'm trying to pull off a podcast for next year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm trying to pull one off with Cynthia Rothrock to ask her more about the Mac Bolan movie she was supposed to do, and it would be like a 7-part thing. She was really, really nice. I'll say that she was really, really nice to answer a lot of questions about it, and it would be really cool because it's like a Stallone movie that we always wanted to see that we never got to see.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to have her on and at the same time go through the book and review it and kind of ask her questions about elements from the script, because she says she got paid for it, but they didn't end up doing it. She got a pay or play or whatever it was. So I'm trying to get that done.
You know,
if you get it done, put me on. I would love to talk to her.
Oh yeah, it would definitely be Expendables podcast radio. Like definitely, I'd have all you guys involved.
Uriel says, get Jackie Chan and Michelle Yeoh.
I would love,
Instead of 50 Cent,
I
Megan
would
Fox.
love to get Michelle Yeoh in there because I love her. Seeing her in Tomorrow Never Dies, but I think she's too busy with Star Trek Discovery or wherever she's doing.
the only thing is, yeah, get both of them, but Jackie Chan again, he's probably too expensive now because in 2020 he was the highest paid actor in the world. So,
Hell, while you're at it, why don't we get Thomasine Griffin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already in Cobra Kai, so you know.
Yeah.
So
I know. It'd be cool to get him in. Maybe
He
he,
can-
maybe he can be like the good version of Terry Silver instead of the bad.
yeah, because he's done some action movies on his own, some underrated action films. He's a very underrated action star, so it's kind of cool. He's making a comeback to going back to using going back to where he started with making a comeback to what got him in the first place was with Terry Silver. So I can't wait. I heard September 25th Netflix is having this party where they're going to show some season premieres of shows and movies coming out on their stream, and Cobra Kai is one of them. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this new season. I can't wait.
Wild man, we should do that on Oculus.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm in.
I'm going to throw in something definitely could get who he action star. I know Wildman knows who he is. Philip Winchester.
Yeah. Why? Oh, yeah. He was Phil Winchester. He was in that show. What was on Cinemax? What was it called?
Strike Back.
What was it called?
Strike Back.
He also did a show that got canceled. It was called The Player.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Philip Winchester.
Okay, let me look him up.
He was also the star for those Chicago shows that I work as a background extra for. There was a show they had called Chicago Justice. They have Chicago Fire, which has the fire department. Chicago PD, which of course is the police. Chicago Med is of course the medical, and Chicago Justice was about lawyers. And Carl Weathers was on there with him. He was the star, and then it got canceled.
He has a very interesting look to him.
And he was on Law and Order SVU for a while.
Yeah.
Get Carl Weathers.
I was
Well,
gonna say Carl Weathers would have been a nice addition.
he can do a British accent. He's actually my choice is to be the next James Bond.
Who?
Philip Winchester. I think he.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
What about Henry Cavill?
Definitely him. Maybe he'll
Really?
Maybe he can do a better job as Bond. I remember they asked him, "Would you play James Bond?" He said, "Of course. Everybody wants to be Bond, just like they want to be Superman." He's open to that. So I
want Idris Elba. I want Idris Elba.
Why don't they
But I
get,
want a
like-
girl Bond. I want Idris Elba. I want a girl Bond, and I want all the other Bonds coming back. That's what I want.
I don't know.
Speaking of Henry Cavill, I think y'all heard that he was going to be in the new Highlander remake. I think.
Oh God!
Why do I have a feeling that for Expendables 4, they're going to go after Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, I'd like
They
it
should
though.
go after now. Maybe he could.
He should play the villain. Get him as the villain.
Yeah, because you see him like in the direct-to-video realm every once in a while.
No.
Yeah.
Here's what they should do for the Highlander remake. So they should either get George Lazenby, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, or Daniel Craig.
How about not doing it at all? Because you know what? I just saw another movie that was kind of like Highlander. It was on Netflix called Old Guard with Charlize Theron. That was pretty good.
Mhm.
I heard some good things about that.
It's kind of like Highlander meets John Wick. That was my impression with it.
What about Charlize Theron wanting to do the lesbian Die Hard movie?
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
F that. Fuck that shit.
What if
What would you call it though?
if it's
I would call it
Woke
Buy
hard.
Hard.
That's what it's woke hard. That's what it is.
Woke hard, yeah.
It would be called Buy Hard. And it would
It'll be Leb hard. Leb hard. L-E-B hard. Leb hard.
You know,
Strap hard.
I know this. I have to say it because it kind of rhymes with die, and I don't want it to offend any lesbians. I'm not trying to offend, but it rhymes. A dyke hard. I don't want to offend any lesbian. I'm just saying because it rhymes with die. Dyke hard.
It's hardcore, so why not?
Strap
like-
yard.
porno and Charlie
Leb hard, yeah.
Strap
we know it's not going to happen. We all know it's not going to happen.
If it's a porno, you gotta call it Ride Hard.
Right hard.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's for sure. Well, we all know
Or
it's not
if people
gonna
prefer,
happen.
go
All
rough
the celebrities, they keep talking this shit that they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and it never happens. It's not going to happen.
hey, if it's anything like Skyscraper, it should be good, right?
Oh god.
Fuck
no.
that.
And I'm not talking Skyscraper with The Rock. I'm talking Skyscraper with Anna Nicole.
That must be a good omen because when I was at the grocery store, I saw a guy with one
Or-
leg. So
Yes, or maybe they should focus like that No Contest movie, which I heard had Shannon Tweed and Dice playing it.
yes.
You know what? I just saw Olympus Has Fallen on 9/11. I was watching the 9/11 holiday just passed, and that was the perfect movie to watch. Speaking of Die Hard, that was the perfect movie to watch on that day. Instead of all these depressing movies, Olympus Has Fallen was a very good movie to watch because it was like Die Hard in the White House, and it was kind of like in a post 9/11. I like the fact that it was a post 9/11 action movie, and it reminded me of movies like Red Dawn and Invasion USA. Those are the movies people should start watching on 9/11 instead of the depressing ones like Invasion USA and Red Dawn and Olympus Has Fallen, because it's about invasion of terrorists and fighting back, which I like.
Exactly, Shannon.
Mhm.
I'm sure she still is a babe. Swing, blah, blah, blah,
Oh, it is. She's married to Gene Simmons. You know,
blah. Gene Simmons.
There
You're
you go.
that lucky
You just
son.
You know what?
mentioned
Watch some Rocky 4 on 9/11 to and be happy that war never happened. Imagine if that war would have happened. Holy mackerel!
You know, even
Like-
better. I'm missing in action. Speaking of them leaving those people behind, you know, and in Rambo 6 Part 2, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you just gave me a thought. You talked about Olympus Has Fallen. They might get Gerard Butler for Expendables 4.
There's your fucking.
I would be open for that. They should get him. I would be
Even while you're at it, get Frank Grillo in there too.
He might be a villain.
Speaking of which, how does everyone feel about the upcoming movie with him and Frank Grillo? The one directed by Joe Carhan.
Cop Shop.
I'm looking forward. I want to see that.
Cop
I'm very interested in that.
Yeah,
Jim Bug's still there.
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh yeah, I've seen the ads for Cop Shop, and I'm like, okay, that looks fun.
Yeah,
Speaking of Frank Grillo, what's his name? Frank Grillo or something.
Grillo.
Yeah.
I just saw
Nighthawk?
the first movie I saw him was a Netflix movie. It's a very good movie. It was called. Remember, I told you about this movie. It was called Wheelman. It was from
Wheel.
It was made for Netflix. He plays like a getaway driver, and the whole movie takes place with him in the car. He plays like a getaway driver. Check it out on Netflix. It's called Wheelman. It's very nostalgic. A very good movie. Very good movie.
He was what's his name in Avengers? He was
Crossbones?
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Well,
He did.
now he's doing.
You mean Captain America, Winter Soldier? That's where he first made his appearance. Then he was briefly in Civil War. Or
My problem with him is that like I love him as a villain, and I can't see him being the new Nighthawks. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Stallone doing the Cobra series, but Nighthawks. I mean, what? Come on.
I was getting ready to mention that.
I haven't seen Nighthawks. I keep hearing how it's pretty good. I know that Rugger Hauer really steals that movie.
It's good, but it's bad, but it's good. You know, it's
It's
like one of those
basically
if they would have done it better. Yeah,
It's basically Stallone trying to do French Connection. That's basically what it is.
pretty much.
Mhm.
There's one scene in it. There's one scene in it that's really good where Billy D. Williams gets like slashed across the face,
Yes, yes.
and
Have they
Stallone's like,
casted
"You're
anybody for the
fucking
Cobra TV show?
dead."
Is that the one Rugged Hauer had like an effect?
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
stomach? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
remember-
invert squib.
What I remember most about that movie is Billy D. Williams wearing a Superman shirt.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Jack
I haven't
Craven. I
really
think it was
watched
Jack
that, so
Craven.
don't spoil it.
Jack Craven. Jack Craven did a wicked Nighthawks video. So go check that out.
Have they
Check it out.
have they casted anybody for the Cobra TV show?
I didn't see that. I'll keep
I
talking.
heard Robert Rodriguez. That's all I heard.
Good bathroom.
What if they got Scott Adkins?
For a Cobra series?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be down with it.
I want to see the resurrection of the Zombie Squad because it's something you only see in the scripts.
Yes.
It-
Yes.
I want to see like maybe Sistine as Cobra Junior. I want to see something like that. You know, with Robert Rodriguez, you can't go wrong. So
Well,
Yeah, that'll be the perfect Expendables kid for the that'll be perfect for the kids of the action stars. Something like they can be the Zombie Squad. Yeah.
yeah, because the Zombie Squad was so enigmatic in a way. You know, it was so wow. I know you know Isaac because you read the script. I read the script. Sean read the
I
script.
really enjoyed it. I think they should take stuff from that script and put it into this for sure.
Imagine, just imagine,
My only
and
thing
keep it going forward. Don't remake it. Just keep it going.
Yeah.
Just
it's
give us, you know,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah, you can tell more stuff. Now with this shit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was just gonna say, like, you could even bring back Andy Robinson right now and do the full original arc where Andy Robinson was the bad guy.
Yes.
That's why he's always trying to get Cobra off the case because he's like the head of the Zombie Squad, and that's how the chick, what's her name, fucking Stock. That's how she goes bad. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You can still take the floor with Cobra. Cobra can still work.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
my only thing is I think that like a lot of these actors these kid actors they're famous. I feel like they should, form their own legacy, not rely on their parents' legacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That's
What are
how
we talking
you
about?
learn, right?
We talking about Cobra?
Exactly. Well, just
Yeah. In general.
Like I like Scott Eastwood, but I don't want to see him sit there and play dirty.
Yeah.
No. Same thing with Wyatt Russell with Snake Plissken. Yeah.
I find like more if there's like a connection that binds them, then yes. But if it's like a straight remake and you just dump the person in, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should try to preserve Hollywood history, in a way,
I think that I haven't seen a whole lot from Scott Eastwood, to be fair, but here's a thought. And I don't know what kind of movie they could do, but have Clint Eastwood direct his son in a movie. Now I wonder what he can get out of his son.
Yes.
I'm not saying do a Western.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what movie it could be, but
that's what the Expendables should have been. It should have been like everybody chipping in their own ideas and their kids take it over.
Yes. I heard talk of Scott Eastwood. They're trying to get Scott Eastwood to play Wolverine. That would be great.
Yeah. Wow.
I just think with that, just maybe nobody, I mean, how do you bring back Wolverine? It would kind of, just because like it would, spoiler alert for Logan, he died.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I
fucking hate that movie.
I think Scott Eastwood should. I'd rather him try something else. Like I think that he should.
I'm looking forward to that video game. Speaking of Wolverine, you see the trailer to that?
I saw a snapshot, like a picture.
Oh, it looks so badass. Especially the new Spider-Man game, and I'm definitely looking forward to Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's going to be epic. It's gonna be fucking epic, no question.
Well, speaking of comic book, Jonathan Mills says I'm watching.
Uh-oh.
I don't give a cock.
Uh-oh.
Snyder cut.
Thumbs down.
You want Snyder cut? Jack Snyder. How about you cut off your balls? How about that?
and jam them up your cum hole.
Absolutely.
Who cares?
Oh
Fuck the Snyder cut.
man, just thinking about the Snyder cut, I just puked.
Oh no.
Oh,
But I forgot where I was gonna go with it, but
where's that, Scotty?
I said, we all know what cut you're waiting for.
What's that?
The Scooby Doo cut.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that Daphne and Velma.
So you can probably join in too, right?
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm up.
I love
Daphne and Velma scene. Stanley will love that.
I'm sure he would.
All right, here we go. Uriel wants to know what's Wild Man Beyond's thoughts on triplets.
You know what? I was definitely looking forward to it, but after hearing that news about Tracy Morgan, I don't give a fuck anymore. What the fuck happened with Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy is busy filming Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Why can't they save triplets for him and wait till he finish it and then do triplets?
You know what? I'm just fucking mad. I'm fucking mad that they keep calling it Beverly Hills Cop 4 and it's not Beverly Hills Cop 4, it's Beverly Hills Cop 5. And I'm like, why don't just give us the fucking movie already? Like, just release it. Like, why not release it? Like, I don't understand. What are you waiting for? That you're gonna rehash the movie and go in this new direction and just waste all that money? You're gonna like throw all that money and all that hard work, and someone had to write it. And let me tell you, the writing on that was amazing. There is some scenes in that I was like, oh my god, we're back to old Eddie Murphy, and they fucking wasted it. They just fucking threw it on a shelf, and that was it.
See, I lost my connection for a second. See, my internet is giving up now that we're talking about triplets.
It had an abortion. The Texas law.
Blame Tracy Morgan for that shit.
Well, why does it have to be Tracy Morgan? Tracy Morgan, honestly, he sucks. Like, why if Eddie Murphy can't do it, like, why not get Will Smith or something? Or
The easy thing would have been to just say,
you know what? You know who could be really
Ted
funny?
Cruz is better.
Who? Who's better?
Who?
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
But the easy thing would have been just say, okay, we're gonna do this one with a possibility of a next one, and maybe Eddie can be in the next one, and this one will just be Arnold and Danny again. Why not? And then save it for the next one. Like, everything's about sequels now. Why not? Why do you gotta like force it and rush it and throw Tracy Morgan in there? Like they don't even trust us to know what a good movie is anymore. You know what I mean? Horrible.
Tracy, especially the crap that went down with Coming to America 2.
I still haven't seen that one, but
I haven't seen that one either.
It had some fucking moments. I'll give it that, but it was number one on Amazon, so that's good for Eddie Murphy. But Eddie should have. Why do you have to put replace yourself with Tracy Morgan, man?
Well, apparently they got tired of waiting on Eddie Murphy. So, and like you said, he's tied up now doing stuff for Netflix and another Beverly Cop.
I think if they're gonna go this way, at least make it possible to have Eddie to come back in the next one. Don't throw him out. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak.
Quadruplets?
Yeah. Quads. Opened it up with Arnold working on his quads. They're everywhere. Yeah. There's more babies than what you know.
Well, I just think it would be really good, though.
Apparently, is Ivan Reitman directing this?
I don't know.
Speaking of Ivan Reitman, Ghostbusters, I can see Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy should be in a Ghostbusters sequel. He would be a perfect replacement for Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Apparently, he is back.
Yeah.
He's going to direct this one again.
Oh, good.
My only thing, why didn't they try to do this in the early 90s?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of Junior, that's what they should have done. Instead of
exactly. Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. It's a
You
no-brainer.
should have done a sequel then instead of Junior.
Yeah, because you had the two main stars and the same director, and instead
And
of
the
doing
movie didn't do it well. Nobody remembers it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, yeah, because nobody wants to see Arnold pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people could buy Danny.
I'll be back.
Arnold.
Okay.
Oh, is that an Arnold pun? I'll be back. Yeah, but Ivan Reitman apparently is directing it.
You know, and I'm still really hoping that Ghostbusters Afterlife is good. So
It's going to be. I truly have hope. After what we've seen so far, after what we've heard, seeing the action figures with the original cast, it's going to. This, in my opinion, this is going to be the Cobra Kai for the franchise for sure.
That'd definitely be nice, but I'm just wondering how big of a role the originals are going to be in. I just hope they're in there for more than 4 minutes, because I saw the Bill Murray cameo in Ghostbusters 2, and it was so disrespectful. Yeah, bring him in there, and he's thrown out the fucking window. That's some bullshit.
Not just him. Dan Aykroyd and Amy Hudson.
I mean, I know at least they didn't get thrown out as badly as he did. I mean, I know that Dan Aykroyd had a line that said, "I'm afraid of no ghosts" or something.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I say? I just say what they should do is they just need to find some way to just firmly delete Wokebusters in the franchise. You know, just like, you know, find some way to some sort of ghost dimension, and it doesn't exist anymore. You know.
Of course, this new one it doesn't exist. It doesn't. It's an actual sequel. It doesn't exist in this.
What I would do, maybe just have the kid Ghostbusters like the Wokebusters come back as ghosts and they just kill them. They don't even bother.
I'll watch that. I'll definitely watch that for sure.
They don't even bother putting them into the ghost trap. They just, like use ghost bullets and just shoot them.
That's what I want to see, because I would love
ghost bullets, suckers.
Yeah, that's why I want to see how they make. That's a good way to update their equipment. You have these guns that look like that shoot out like these proton bullets or something.
Yeah. I did hear this. Apparently, Helen Hunt said that she might, even without Bill Paxton, if it's done respectfully, she would love to do Twister too.
I'm open for that. I'm sure. Hopefully, they'll do a tribute to him for sure. I'm open for that. Why not?
I'm kind of like, Bill Paxton was a last minute choice for that role. Like, he was at the bottom of the barrel of the list. Like, who they really wanted was like Kurt Russell for that role.
Oh,
Kevin Costner, and who was actually originally casted was Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Bill Paxton was at the bottom of the barrel, like literally, because like Tom Hanks got really busy, and so they had to cast Bill Paxton at the last minute. So
I'm glad they did, because he deserved a big break like that.
Yeah. So I think if you got, like, let's say Kevin Costner in the role, and you say that he's replacing Bill Paxton, I think it could be good.
It's funny you brought that up, because you remember the scene in Man of Steel. You remember
that? Who could forget?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Which coming from somebody who lives in Kansas, okay, don't do that with tornadoes. I mean, you don't sit there and stand in front of a tornado like that. Like, that tornado was far too close. Yeah.
Clark. Talk to the hand, Clark.
Yeah. And, yeah, in Twister, they stood way too close to the tornadoes. But
if you're going to do that, make it realistic.
But at
Be
least
scared.
But at least with Twister, like, they were just daredevil storm chasers. Yeah. He was just Kevin Costner was just a farmer, and a lot of farmers know better to not do that with tornadoes. It was just like, you make man, you're making Kansas people look stupid. You know.
Yeah, he's like,
I was
Guys,
gonna
I
say,
gotta put you on the charger. I'm really sorry.
no
Thank you.
worries.
No
But
problem.
you're gonna have to look at the
I
ceiling
love
for
that.
like
I
a
love
few
the hat,
minutes.
by the way. I love the hat.
Oh, thank you very much. Someone made fun of me at the supermarket for wearing a Flash shirt and a Flash hat.
They don't know shit.
I know. Thank you very
I
much.
guess
Yeah, they don't know shit. I was gonna
guess you
say,
look-
believe it or not, Kathleen Kennedy was a producer on Twisted. I'm surprised that she didn't.
Oh,
Wow.
Can't even stand the sound of her name anymore.
Well, she was originally a producer. She started out producing Indiana Jones.
Wow.
I think
Before
she's
she got-
only. I think she's only.
Before she got woke.
I think she was a producer on the second and fourth one, I believe.
Shut
The first two.
Hey,
so. I guess you look forward to the Flash next year. Get your shirt.
No, this is I like whenever I think of the Flash, I don't know why, but I always think of like John Wesley Shipp.
likewise, right? You're now
Yeah.
Columbia, man. That's the real Flash right there, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I never got a chance to watch the film, but I keep hearing how great it is. So yeah.
Pretty good.
Not Ezra Miller.
No.
No.
I heard that Spider-Man New Way Home. They're going to have the multiverse, and Grant Gustin from the show is going to pop up.
Wow.
Who's gonna pop up?
Grant Gustin from the Flash from the CW show.
That could happen.
Because they're doing
Wasn't he? They did it. Did they do it with
Yeah, they did it on the CW show. Yeah. They did.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Flash movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the Flash, but not as much as Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to Michael Keaton returning as Batman, but Spider-Man No Way Home wins that round for me.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the Flash movie because the actor they got to play the Flash is a look at me type of actor. If you know.
He's a diva.
Yeah.
He's a fucking diva.
Well, no. Apparently, he.
Diva Miller.
Apparently, all with this. Apparently, Ezra Miller. He has forgotten how to look down with what body part he has.
Oh no.
Because now he identifies as the opposite thing that he is. So apparently he doesn't realize that he has a penis.
I heard he. No offense to gay people, but I heard he's gay.
What's that?
No
He
offense to
could be.
gay people, but I heard that he's gay. He is gay.
Could be.
I mean, hey, if he's gay, I don't care. Just don't sit there and say, I'm, don't sit there and rub it in my face about it, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're whatever, just don't sit there and shove it down my throat that you are,
You know what? I see hearing all this. He's kind of like a male version of Amber Heard.
Yeah. And hey, John, I'm sorry to get into this stuff on your stream. So.
Oh no, you're good. I don't care.
I love the whole gay thing. But remember back in the old days when you didn't know who was gay? And you would just watch the performances?
That's how it should be, honestly. Because guess
Like
what?
nowadays, people would bitch about the birdcage.
But in the old days, there was this sense of like, I don't want to say magazines, but like remember you would love a movie and you would love the actor, and then you would go find out everything you needed to know about that actor, and if you would discover stuff like that, it was like amazing because it was like no one else knew, like it was a weird magical time when anybody could just be who they wanted.
Well,
on screen, everybody kind of felt into that, where like everybody was who they wanted to be on screen.
Well, look at it this way. Like nobody knew Rock Hudson was gay.
No.
I didn't even know that. I just found that out now.
And hey, Cary Grant was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, he lived.
There's even rumors that James Dean was gay.
Well, I just miss the old days where it was about the character and it wasn't necessarily about tweaking it to match the image. It was more like they played whatever they wanted to play.
exactly. It's acting. Get back to Cary Grant. Yeah, he lived with Rudolph Scott for years, and it was everybody in Hollywood knew it, but they just didn't say anything about it. Like it should. I mean, honestly, I feel like it should be like that. Nowadays, like we just, it's great, but like the thing is, like nowadays, like nobody cares if you are gay or whatever else is out there.
But the problem is now in Hollywood that they keep shoving it in your face like it's cool. It's cool if you're gay, but you don't have to be gay to be cool. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like it's just like if you're gay, if you're gay or whatever else, you forgot to look down or something. Cool.
Yeah.
Like don't sit there and be like.
On.
But don't sit there and be like Ellen Page.
Oh, don't get me fucking started with her.
You mean Elliot Page?
Elliot Ness.
Here's
I'm just mad she didn't come up with that name.
Hey,
Elliot Ness. That should have been my name.
Unless she has legally changed it to Elliot. I'm not going to call her Elliot. Because you don't choose your name unless you legally go to the court and change it.
Who the fuck are you trying to be, Caitlyn Jenner?
It's like all my gay friends. They don't even care about any of that shit. They're like, like I call them whatever I want, and they call me whatever they want, and we're cool. Like I don't see the big fucking. Like I don't see the Armageddon of it all.
Exactly.
I have, I know some people who are, they are actually, transgender, and they don't like all this, identity politics with it because they say it's kind of insulting to us.
It's like they know everybody knows who loves them as a person, right?
It shouldn't be something that is celebrated too, because how that's going through that is a very serious surgery. It's not something to be taken lightly.
I don't want to get too political in a biblical place, but I will say this: how many times you hear of like these girls who just go along with it for the fad, and then they get the operation, and then they're suicidal 10 years later because they didn't realize what they were doing when they were young. Very sad. The statistic level is crazy.
I saw a documentary on YouTube about some men who transcended into women, and then they realized they made a mistake and transcended back to men. That was a very.
Like I'm all for do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
whatever makes you feel like you do it, and you don't come down for anybody. Like if it's good for you, you do it. So it's like a lot of it's media too. Media wants to like spin it, for whatever.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly. It's freaking media.
This is something that honestly should be talked about, and since it's John's stream, he can tell us to shut up anytime. So
sorry,
sorry. We're not getting a lot of comments anyway. I mean,
well, it's great because we're taking it very seriously, so it's very beautiful right now.
One of the things,
there's a few people watching, but there hasn't been a lot of comments.
One of the things that needs to be talked about too is this, forcing this stuff on children in school systems now.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, that is just child abuse doing that.
It's expecting them to take on the weight of being an age that they're not. So it's hard.
I heard Angelina Jolie is forcing that shit on a daughter, which makes me want to hate her even fucking more.
Well, I even heard about 7-year-olds who were thinking about that stuff, like, oh, this is not the body I was meant to have, and stuff like that. Because the school system made them think like this. Like we're talking 7-year-olds. I never thought about, sex when I was 7 years old or anything like that. It's just absolute baloney now. Like, it's one of the reasons why, if I'm blessed with children, with my girl, I'm probably going to hire a tutor because I want my girl to work, to make extra money in the house and everything. But because I don't want her to homeschool, but we're going to hire a tutor, and I'm probably going to put cameras in the house and watch that tutor. It is my house, They can do any
But you know what? You know what, dude? I honestly think that you'd be able to homeschool her and you'd be able to do it just fine yourself. You don't even need a tutor. I think if your intention is strong and the kid doesn't have to feel weirded out about having someone else they don't know in the equation, I think you could do some really beautiful things with people. Like, we need that more in a
my only homeschooling. Like, I would probably have to involve my kid in like church groups or Boy Scouts or something. So actually develop social skills and get actual, or like find some sort of club for them. Like, maybe find out like what my kid is interested in.
Exactly.
Try to find clubs, that like what they are interested in around the area, Because children, the problem with homeschooling is children need to develop social skills.
That's what's great about like say what anybody will about biblical stuff, but it's kind of cool because I don't know if you guys listen to Jordan Peterson or anything like that, but like there's a lot of really good morals in there that I think kids need to learn.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to necessarily say that send your kid to Bible camp, but like, there's a lot of good stuff in different things, not just the Bible, but different things,
I mean, I'll just say this, I'm a Christian, but like a lot of times I think the Bible should be looked at as more guidelines, if that makes sense. Not like I'm not like a Christian who sits there and says, "Oh, you need to follow the Bible word for word, do this." Because like there's some stuff in the Bible that we should not do.
Exactly. Plus, like when you read the Bible, like too, it's very like it's how you interpret yourself. The what you're reading,
And
so
let's face it, like every religion has extremists, even Christianity. So, and
that's true. That's fucking true.
Sometimes the over Christian people are honestly the ones that make Christians look bad because I'm a Christian. I believe in God, but I don't believe in shoving it down people's throat because people don't like that.
I'm the same way.
Religion
I'm the same way.
It's such a relief to hear that from a fellow Christian. It's such a relief to hear that from a fellow Christian like yourself.
Because, and, like I remember asking John one time on a Q&A years back. You said, John, you just believe in a higher power. So, and I could accept
that's good.
That. I can accept that because if it, if you're just an atheist, it's like, okay, dude, I can accept it, but there has to be something, controlling this universe and everything, so, and, it's just one of those things that, like, I really do think that, honestly, like, people should, I have a lot of Bible fearing Christian, Bible Christians, if you know what I mean, like, you got to do this. The Bible says so, and everything. Like, yeah, but
totally.
But like, I also just believe that live your life according. The Bible basically says, live your life according to God.
Yeah. Like look under a rock and you will find me. You don't like your body is a temple. You don't need. You know what I mean? Like it's between you and God. It's not between anyone else.
Exactly. Like, I mean, there's. And, it's, yeah.
Like we're gonna stumble along the way, but as long as as long as you try not to hurt anyone or try not to do anything to damage the love that's out there, you know what I mean? Like it's amazing. It's amazing.
Well,
yeah. Sorry.
Well, I more believe that like if you're a Christian, as long as you're a good.
Excuse me.
My hope is my hope influence somebody in some way.
Yeah.
Not me just preaching to you the word of God, because it's not my calling to be a preacher.
Mhm.
You know, so and
Totally.
What was that? Well, I may be on. You got something going on?
No, I'm okay.
Where's Scott? Where's Scott? Oh, Scott's there. Okay.
It's
I
Scott
thought
here.
he was
Yeah,
gone for a second.
yeah, you still there?
You know what it sounded like, to be honest with you, while I may
I'm
be
still
on?
here.
It sounded like he had somebody bound in a chair with a gag. They're like-
Stuck in the middle. Yeah.
it sounded like a baby crying in the background.
Was it Ted Sutton?
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways,
I
Oh,
love
here we go.
how
what it was.
Frosty comments.
Haven't seen it.
Gold.
Well, we only got a couple of comments. I mean, since
Yeah,
Black Widow's.
Black Widow was garbage, and guess what? It flopped.
I haven't seen it, so I don't give a fuck. I have not.
I heard she's gonna be in the garbage pail. Kids,
Fucking fits for her.
And guess what? Shang-Chi is flopping too, despite what they're saying on the media right
No, no surprise. No fucking surprise. What
I thought it was successful.
now.
That's what they said about Captain Marvel.
Oh shit.
oh yeah, wow, man. I don't know if you saw, but they're remaking Find the Navigator with
Oh God!
Bryce Dallas Howard's directing.
Leave the shit alone.
Wasn't the first one perfection enough?
It was.
Why would you wait? Why would you ruin it?
I'll just
What
go
the-
through movie news.
They're probably
I see. Well, I saw Private Navigator is like to me it's like 15 meets Back to the Future. That's what it was. That was my impression. It's such a very fantastic movie, and now you want to couple with this woke. Get the fuck out of my face.
do you guys hear what Michael Eisner recently said about the whole stuff about Disney now?
He's still alive.
Yeah. Well, do you guys hear what he said?
I'm like really out of the program.
He said, I wish I was still on the board of directors to take back my company.
You
Yes.
should. You should.
That's fucking
Yeah.
yes and no.
Well, Michael Eisner was the best CEO that Disney ever had after Walt Disney.
I agree. I agree.
Because he
was.
believed in what Walt believed. That
Yeah.
the company should be run from more of a creative standpoint than a financial standpoint.
When did Michael Eisner leave?
Huh?
When did Michael Eisner leave Disney?
He was the chairman of Walt Disney from 1984 to 2005.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That would explain it. Explain like why everything's so
And
bad.
He was forced out of the company because remember in the early 2000s when Roy E. Disney had that Save Disney campaign and everything, because they had a series of flops with movies, and some of the new rides in the theme parks were flopping and everything, and they just had this whole Save Disney campaign and everything. And Roy E. Disney was trying. I honestly believe that he was trying to get, because he was a Disney, he was just trying to get rid of Michael, because
Okay.
even though he was the one who hired him 20 years earlier, and he was just trying to get rid of him because he was just because Disney was going through some big financial difficulties at that point.
Wow.
Didn't know about that.
So
Going back to Black Widow for a second. Jonathan Mills.
I wouldn't doubt it, because writers have forgotten how to write and directors have forgotten how to direct.
I saw a video the other day where they were saying they were trying to pinpoint all the things in Black Widow, and they were talking about how the villain. I haven't seen Black Widow, by the way, but they were talking about how the villain and Scarlett Johansson had no closure, really, and they had no, like when you watch Batman, when you watch like Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, there's like just progressiveness, or when you watch like Christian Bale and Heath Ledger, there's progressiveness. There was nothing. Apparently, it was just like they just didn't bother looking at any of the arcs.
By
They
dynamic.
just went for it. Yeah, they just went for it like straight through with it was like played by the numbers.
You know,
You know,
I'm gonna bring up something else. Did you get tired of these the Batman hipsters?
Yeah.
This whole thing about Batman doesn't kill.
Yeah, the Sons of Batman, as I like to call them.
Batman has killed in the comics before.
He's not perfect. That's what makes him great.
Well, like I remember one comic that I read. Batman killed Robin because the Boy Wonder screwed up, and Batman stomps on his finger as he's hanging from the ledge. His Batman is, I mean, I'm getting so tired of this. Batman doesn't kill, so therefore the Batman '89 movie sucks because Batman killed.
Whatever.
That's a shitty fucking excuse. It is.
Batman's imperfect, and that's what makes him perfect. That's what makes him great. Is that
there's a reason
Exactly.
he has to endure everything just to not let it out that it's him.
Hey, there's a reason why they asked actual Batman fans
Mhm.
who they said is the best Batman. You know who they said?
Who they say?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like Michael Keaton. I think he's a great Batman.
And
Yeah.
Of course.
They even had on the choice every actor to play Batman. Every live
No,
action, including
No, it's weird. Oh, sorry. What was that last part?
So Michael Keaton is still the best Batman.
Mhm.
For a reason.
And if anybody asks, no, I'm not looking forward to him returning in the Flash, movie because it's just gonna be like it's probably just gonna be a look at me cameo basically.
Why?
You
why
can
not-
tell, yeah.
why
You're
not
like,
a villain?
like, why wasn't he good enough before? Why is it only now that universes are cool that they look at him? You know what I mean?
Either it's money, or they're gonna there's a feeling there that they're gonna kill off his Batman in some way, but it's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
like a glorious sort of
Not.
death.
Yeah, they show the blood on the bat symbol in the first reveal.
Not.
Mhm.
If anybody knows anybody who's really good at stop motion, what I would love to see is somebody get a NECA figure of Christopher Reeve Superman and Michael Keaton Batman
Yeah.
and the Joker, and I don't even know if NECA ever made one of Lex Luthor. Gene
Hire
Hackman.
Phil Tippett.
But somebody do a little stop motion thing on the real Batman versus Christopher
that'd be
Reeve
cool.
and Michael Keaton.
You could face app their real faces on there.
No, I will be down for that for sure. I hope someone does that.
But what do you guys
So-
feel about the Robert?
But
I admit, I've even seen some
who's good at stop-
Batman versus Superman trailers of Keaton and Christopher Reeve together, and it was epic. It was awesome.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about Robert Pattinson?
Oh,
Batman coming next year?
My feelings with Batman, I don't fucking give a shit.
Batman.
I know that Quinn believes that Robert Pattinson will be good in that role.
What are you saying, Scotty?
John, did you hear that they put Batman in Twitter?
What was Scotty saying?
I was going to say Quinn believes that Robert Pattinson is going to be a good Batman.
Whatever. Quentin Tarantino.
No, what do you?
No, Quinn. Junebug knows.
Yeah, your feelings on First Blood.
Hey,
I think we lost Matt. For a
Scotty?
second.
I'm here. Hold on. I'm coming back.
What were you saying, Ty?
Well, I think Quinn needs to look at his ass and take out the stick out of it. But no, Robert Pattinson, like, what is, come on. I mean, is Batman going to be, are they going to put glitter on Batman?
No.
Oh, what about the trailer that was released a while back?
Robert Pattinson, yes, he's a good actor, but like, he does not fit Batman. He has moved on from Twilight, but he just does not fit Batman. Like, I know people said, oh, well, what about Michael Keaton and everything? He was a comedic actor before that. Yeah, but, Michael Keaton, still, though, he showed elements where he was a good actor, where he actually fit Batman better. What has Robert Pattinson really done where he's shown that he can fit Batman? And did you guys even hear that he says he's not even going to work out?
Exactly. He's
I heard
not
about
in the fucking. That's why they should have gotten fucking Scott Adkins. You saw the video. You saw the edition. He did a 10 times better job than fucking Batman.
And let's not to mention there's some stupid casting choices. Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Jeez.
I mean,
They want to do a spinoff with the Penguin. Enough of this shit.
I like Colin Farrell, but he is not the Penguin. He's too tall to play the Penguin.
I heard too as well that if you're going in expecting much of the Penguin, like in the new Batman movie with Pattinson, he's not going to be in it much.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
Surprised.
Hey, you know who would have been a better Penguin? Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
I could see it, or the guy who died, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Peter Dinklage was the short guy in Elf.
Oh yeah, he's also known for Game of Thrones. Yeah, I can see him.
He's a toxic Avenger.
Exactly. He has a deep voice.
Yes.
He's short. And if they wanted to take a darker approach to the Penguin, like, he could really do it.
I wouldn't mind to bring Danny DeVito back, but in a different Penguin in a different universe with the Penguin, because they've done that before with actors.
Open up the Penguin multiverse.
Exactly.
Absolutely. What do you think?
If you have a multiverse, you need to have Jet Li in there.
Yeah, Burgess Meredith. Get Burgess Meredith from the grave and.
Yeah, contact Anime Pilon over at Burgess Meredith Legacy. She will be happy to answer your questions. She's fucking great. Great. What do you guys think about Peter Dinklage? Has Peter Dinklage been confirmed as Toxie or
right
what?
now, the only good superhero movie that's off the damn scene right now is Spider-Man No Way Home. That's it.
What was that, Matt? Yes.
Has Peter Dinklage been confirmed as Toxie or Melvin or like who? Because could you imagine if they had another actor and then they melted him down to be
is someone
Peter
talking?
Dinklage's size because of the toxic, effects?
I haven't seen Toxic Adventure.
I haven't seen that in years. I haven't seen. I remember Toxic Crusaders. I remember the cartoon, the Toxic Crusaders. I remember that.
I remember hearing that they want Peter Dinklage to play. They want him to play Randall in the Time Bandits TV show.
Oh, nice.
Like, Time.
That's connected to Gremlins. Did you know that? Same universe as Gremlins.
That's the same universe as Gremlins.
Is it Time Bandits or is it the other one? The one with I might be wrong. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about something else, maybe.
Time Bandits is awesome.
I still haven't seen that one.
Where little people travel through time.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of what the fuck was it called? Oh my god! Oh, I gotta look it up.
Willow?
No.
I love Willow. I watch that any day than Lord of the Rings.
And hey,
yeah,
John, Jonathan Mills. Yes, Lord of the Rings is my second favorite movie. The trilogy. It's because it's all one movie. They're my favorite. They're my second favorite movie of all time.
I would say at most the first movie. I don't mind, but I'm not too big on Lord of the Rings.
I think you.
I just couldn't get into any of them. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I just couldn't get into any of them.
What about you, Scotty?
I don't mind them, but it's not something I'm going to watch every day. So, my mom is more into that stuff than me. So,
And you know what? They're not for everybody, but like I do. You know, when people sit there and say like "F Lord of the Rings" and stuff like that, you know, it doesn't like offend me or anything, but it just kind of irks me more the wrong way because like you're not just talking about the movie, but because you're talking about a man who J.R.R. Tolkien spent, you know, the good majority of his basically his entire adult life making this entire universe. I mean, the guy even wrote actual like an actual calendar for the fantasy universe. This like the positions of the moon in this fantasy universe. He worked his entire adult life to make this fantasy universe, and so when you sit there and say "fuck Lord of the Rings" and stuff like that, you're kind of like you're not just talking about the movies. You are talking about a man who spent his entire adult life making this world. You know, so it kind of like rubs me the wrong way when people say stuff like that. So, but
Well, I didn't say I hated it. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea.
No, I'm not saying that. But like I've just heard something say that, and it like other things, you know, like they don't like it at all or anything like that. But I think John, you should rewatch them for the 20th anniversary. Maybe you might enjoy them now, you know. So
what do you talk about, Ty?
Lord of the Rings.
Ah.
Here's a question. Oh, what? My man?
No. Go ahead. What was the question?
Oh. Yuri wants to know what are your thoughts on James Mangold's tweets on Indy 5?
You know, James Mangold, you know, maybe you should do something that, you know, people should just learn now. Don't feed the trolls because
Don't poke the bear, right?
Exactly.
Well, what did he say? What did he say?
Oh, this is a while back, right? This is probably back.
What was it? Basically, somebody was saying how Indiana Jones 5 is going to suck and everything and stuff like that, and James Mangold was trying to defend it and everything.
He's a director, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe you should fucking listen to the fans, and maybe you'll make a better movie. How about that? Instead of having a fucking woke ass ego, how about that?
I mean, I honor either that, or I think he should have. He also could have taken a bit of the high road because he did kind of insult this guy, and you know, this guy easily could have been like, you know, some 14-year-old who doesn't know any better, you know, who's just being a troll to get a rise out of him too. Because we don't know. And I think that maybe one thing that these Hollywood people need to learn, we live in the age where the internet can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And the best way to make it your best friend is to ignore the trolls, especially if they're being trolls, you know?
Yeah.
You know, just ignore them. Don't sit there and feed the trolls, you know? If you see like Scotty said, if you see the mama bear sleeping, don't poke the mama bear, you know?
Exactly.
That's a good example. Yes.
But this happened back in June. I know it was this year, but I had to look up when this happened.
Wait, what?
And they're talking about the James Mangold.
No, you said June.
Yeah, this happened back in June. Lawman was asking when it happened.
I know. I'm kidding. June bug. So.
And also, I was about to say, going back to Thomas Ian Griffith and Rock Hudson. Thomas Ian Griffith actually played Rock Hudson in the movie.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played Rock Hudson in the movie.
Interesting. Is Matt still there? Because I see he's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Matt, are you there?
Am I back?
Oh, there you go.
Am I
there you
back?
are.
Yeah, yeah, you
All
are.
right.
I was thinking,
Guys.
oh shit, was
Yeah.
What's
Unfriended coming alive now?
what's the movie where the kids build a rocket ship and they go?
Oh, Explorers.
Explorers.
Yeah.
That's the fucking Explorers. Explorers and Gremlins are in the same universe.
Goonies is in the same universe as Goonies because remember
Yes.
he was talking to the sheriff and he talked about the creatures that multiply when we put water on them.
Yeah, but there's a newspaper article in Explorers that harkens back to the event of the Kingston Falls, or what is it?
Well, Spielberg has his own Spielberg verse if you really look into it and everything. So
Can you
Mhm.
imagine if the Goonies had a crossover with Explorers? Can you imagine that?
Do Explorers, Goonies, and fucking Gremlins all together? Fuck it, just go for it.
Maybe
Speaking of
it-
Explorers,
Maybe Ghost-
Dedicated to Richard Donner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of Explorers, there's a podcast out there, Best Movies Never Made,
Yes.
and they got a screenwriter, I guess, who did Explorers, talks about the different versions of the film or a
Mhm.
version. And there were also attempts, I think, that year to make a live action adaptation of the Jetsons.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they did,
there's like a-
like they did
wow.
with the Flintstones, yeah.
And there's actually a very like a 10-second teaser. If I could find it, I'll put it down below later on. But
Sweet.
But of course they ended up actually doing an animated movie.
yeah,
Meet Ted Sutton.
You know who you want to know something interesting? You know who did the voice of Judy Jetson in the movie Tiffany? You know the singer who did that song?
Wow.
I think we're alone now.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
cover
It's a
from
great
that
song.
60s songs. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
she was the voice of Judy.
I still haven't seen the movie.
I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah, since I was a kid.
I want to
Was
go
this
back.
Which one you talk about? Explorers, you mean?
The Jetsons,
Jetsons?
movie.
Jetsons.
Yeah,
I have the
Yeah.
Blu-ray. I haven't fully watched it yet.
Mm-mm.
Now I think about it, I did see the film, but I don't remember it. We were coming out and I saw RoboCop 2 poster. I was like, why didn't we see RoboCop 2 instead?
I saw RoboCop 2 when it came out in the theater.
I know a live action movie in the early '90s. The only thing that sucks about it is Rosie O'Donnell.
But what
What's that?
was good? But one of the things what was good about it is that
Just
made Halle Berry a star.
Yeah. I love that fucking movie. I love that movie.
Which
Like I
one?
said,
There's just something about like people building everything that makes
Yeah.
you like really appreciate it.
They did a good job. I remember for the movie they had B-52, the rock group B-52.
Yeah, John, the Flintstones.
They did the theme. They did the theme for the movie.
Yeah.
remember in the when the Flintstones was popular in Arizona, they made a Bedrock theme park.
Yes, I tried to go there on Oculus Quest, but I couldn't find it. But I think it's because it was older.
It's closed.
Like I've seen parts of it on there, but I've never seen the whole enchilada. I think it was because they were only allowed into certain parts.
You can
Wow.
you still go there, but the
Do
park,
you remember Jetsons Meet the Flintstones? You remember that the animated movie Jetsons Meet the
Yeah.
Flintstones?
That was a classic.
Oh, they made that. Oh, wow.
with the
You know they did that?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
know
it was
they
a
did
great
that.
movie. Yeah.
And then they did these Flintstone reunion movies where Pebbles was all grown up and she was being married to Bam Bam. It was called I Yabba Dabba Doo. You know, I do.
Yeah. Remember that old episode with the Let the Sun Shine In?
Yeah. I love it. Later in the later series of the Flintstones, they brought in that alien Kazoo. You remember him?
Yeah, because it was
Kazoo, yeah.
gold.
I remember there was a Flintstones game for Nintendo, and he was featured in that. And there were
That was the guy from Get Carter who played him, right? It was Cyrus. Cyrus did it. That guy?
Oh, Alan Cumming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
What do
did
you guys
the
think? Oh, so what do you guys feel about the first Flintstones movie?
I remember enjoying it. I thought that was
I love that movie.
I thought it was a good, perfect
Haven't
way
fully
to
watched it.
bring a cartoon
I
to
like-
live action.
I do like it, but it sucks for one reason. Rosie O'Donnell.
We're going back to the original
I remember
question.
it came out with action figures for the movie. I bought some of them.
Did you buy the Rosie O'Donnell action?
No, I did not.
figure?
No, I
Hey,
did
Ty,
not.
did
Yeah,
you like
I did.
it better than the prequel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rosie O'Donnell's not in it.
Good.
So,
Yeah, they got Stephen Baldwin as Barney.
yeah, that was.
Hey,
I don't know.
Rosie O'Donnell is just as much as it's just as much like Roseanne. You know, he makes Stanley go away.
You know, you remember back when she had her TV show and people were saying how so nice she was, and then in the shadow, she was such a bitch. She was Ellen. She was Ellen the first time. She was Ellen before she was the Ellen of her time back then.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Well, her daughter, O'Donnell's daughter, won't even talk to her mother.
For a
Wow.
good reason, because she's such a bitch.
Not her mother. Like
It's sad because I love Roseanne, and it's hard to accept that she would say what she said, and it's like, oh my god, I want to love her, but it's like I kind of feel like I want to go talk to her, like be like, what happened?
Are we talking about Rosie O'Donnell or Roseanne?
We're talking about both Rosies. Both Rosie too. Like Rosie, you wonder what happened to her because she used to do really amazing work with like My Sister on the Bus or whatever that movie was.
You
My
remember
sister
she
wrote-
did that sequel to Stakeout, another Stakeout? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Do anyone even like? Well, did anyone like another stakeout?
I never seen it all the way.
I didn't mind it. I think at least they tried. But I thought Rosie O'Donnell was a good addition to Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez, but I still preferred the original.
It was weird because she was like a household name, but at the same time, I wasn't allowed to look her up because she was in movies like Exit to Eden. And I was too
Oh
young,
my
you know?
god!
Okay, I've heard of that movie. Is
Yeah,
it the one with Dan Aykroyd? No, wait.
yeah. Oh no, fuck, who was in that? I never saw it because I was never allowed to see it. So it's one of those movies I never saw.
It was Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd. Yes, it was.
Yeah, they wearing like gimp suits.
There were cops. Yeah.
I would pay top dollar to see that.
If he was in fucking lingerie,
I'm sure I will. Fuck, with
in
Amazon.
fucking lingerie. Who the fuck wants to see that? And it was directed by Gary Moore. People, this is the guy who directed Pretty Woman.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah.
You can definitely say that was major influence for the female crowd, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You remember that interview she did on her
Very
show with
much.
Tom Selleck? That was the start of wokeness for sure. You remember that interview that Rosie O'Donnell did with Tom Selleck on his show where they were starting?
Oh yeah, I have gotten that.
That was
Yeah.
the root of wokeness. That was the root of of the bullshit to come for sure.
I did like how Tom Selleck said I disagree with you in that, but I think you're being stupid or something like that. Which I thought was hilarious. Well,
No,
I mean, not
that's
hilarious,
right.
but true.
Well, yeah, he basically schooled her because he Tom Selleck's party NRA.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, you know what? I agree with what Kurt Russell said. Which Kurt Russell is banned from The View because he said this to Whoopi Goldberg. He said, "Well, my philosophy is if you come into my house and rape Goldie, and I see you, I'm gonna shoot the bastard."
Absolutely. It's not
Absolutely. Absolutely.
fucking rocket science.
That's a given. Fuck.
That's the problem with these people. They act like it's fucking rocket science. It's not. You gotta protect yourself.
Remember like 5 years ago when we were all sitting around and saying like the trolls have won. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well,
It feels like they did.
Well, you know what? They're going to lose again. That's for sure.
I didn't even hear this. People even added to it. He sat there and said, "Hey, you know, somebody has to protect Goldie because I'm right wing. She's wrong winged.
I'm sure Goldie would fucking was Goldie the one with the lions? Or was that someone
I'm
else?
sure.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has pet lock. I don't know if she has.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
I
someone
remember.
else.
I remember.
Maybe Kurt Russell.
I remember she came across a tiger once. You remember that movie, Bird on Wire, with her and Mel Gibson?
Yep.
She was being
Yeah.
chased by a tiger. You
It's
remember
a fun
that?
movie.
Mhm.
That's a very good. That's a very good romantic action comedy. I really like that.
Yeah. You don't forget also David Carradine was in it and Bill Duke, I believe.
Yes. They were the villains chasing after them. Yeah.
That's a great movie too. That's such a great fucking movie.
Hans Zimmer did a great job with the score. I remember in the opening he did a version of the Age of Aquarius. You remember that?
Yeah, or that scene when they're in the fucking biodome at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Hans Zimmer, is anybody looking forward to the new Dune? Because he's doing the score for it.
I'm curious.
I'm looking forward to him doing the score tomorrow to the new Top Gun because he and Harold Faltermeyer are teaming up for that. I'm looking forward to that. They're teaming up to do the score for that.
Is doing the new Dune. I heard about it. Let's face it, Hans Zimmer has kind of like he's just been a hired gun in Hollywood, if that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of like Brian Tyler.
But back then it was Jerry Goldsmith and John Williams. But now Hans
it's like these guys are getting all the Jerry Goldsmith gigs too. I would like to see Brian Tyler and Hans Zimmer do a score together.
Yes, because Brian Tyler, he's proven himself to be the modern day Jerry Goldsmith. I was
for sure.
I was very hesitant when he did Rambo 4, but when he did Last Blood, I was like, oh my God, it was like Jerry Goldsmith incarnated. He did a good job.
It's very transcendent because he uses the same themes through a lot of his movies. Yeah. So that first movie he did, he had the theme, and then Rambo, and then when you see Bubba Hotep had the same score as Rambo, and it came before Rambo.
He did a great job with the Expendables score, no doubt.
There's one guy. A lot of people consider him the video game, the John Williams.
What's his name?
He did the score for Skyrim.
Huh.
Oh, speaking of video games, I just downloaded the new Aliens game, Fire Team Elite. It is epic. It is such a great game. I don't mind Coil Marines, but I heard a lot of bad things. This is way better than this. They really got it right this time. Fire Team Elite. They did a great fucking job with this game.
Huh.
For a new Alien movie, like I would love to see them adapt Alien Isolation into a movie.
Well, there's a Alien Isolation patch for Oculus Quest that I want to try.
I still haven't played that game.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that on Oculus. I'm gonna play that on Oculus
because that is insane.
Yeah. And I hope Disney does. Let's just hope that they do it because I'm sure they have smart people working for them. Wink, wink. Let's hope we get Neil Alien 5.
Get Neil.
Yeah.
I want to see Neil Blomkamp's Alien 5. That really fucking pisses me off every time I think about it.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, let him. Please.
There's no excuse not to do it. There's no reason why you can't do it, and there's no, you know what I mean? It's a power struggle right now.
The only reason that movie got canceled was because Ridley Scott is more of the top dog director, and he got butthurt that they were going to make 2 Alien movies.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
He makes Alien Covenant.
It's like Ridley Scott. Honestly, shut up. You haven't made a good. I mean, The Martian was good, but an actual good movie since probably Gladiator.
Yeah, it's definitely.
What do you say? What do you say about Aliens? What do you say about Aliens when James Cameron took over? What do you say about that?
He got butthurt, man.
For Aliens?
Oh yeah.
He did.
I think
Because he didn't direct it.
These fucking directors are fucking egos. Shut the fuck up.
That's where I give the
Shut the fuck up with your
respect.
artsy highbrow ass egos and sit down somewhere.
That's where I give respect to the new Predator movie. Is because they could have done it 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and they said no, we're gonna save it, and they're doing it now.
But by a wrong time because Disney's taking over.
Well, yeah, but they could have, you know what I mean? It could have been a cash grab and it could have been really horrible 10, 15 years ago, but they said, let's wait until we can
Too
do
bad
it
that Jim and
proper
John
way.
Thomas lost the lawsuit. Weren't they trying to get it away from Disney or something?
Mm-hmm.
They better get it back because they're fucking everything up.
I looked into this, okay, because I remember seeing on Google at one point that Disney owns 75% of Hollywood right now.
Yeah, goddamn right. They gobbled up everything. Nobody saw it come. Well, we saw it coming, but nobody saw it coming.
If you Google that now, okay, how much of Hollywood does Disney own? They say 33%, but it's one of those things. I wish I screenshotted it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was a number. It said 75% of Hollywood, and I believe it because they just don't own Marvel and Star Wars and Fox. They own ESPN.
Yeah.
Disney think they're the head honchos of everything because they've been around for a long time.
It's like every day
monopoly.
It's like every day I feel like I'm either learning about a new Disney thing that they had control over for a long time, or something that was not theirs that they had control over for a long time.
You want to know what also they own? That really surprised me. Lifetime.
Wow.
They own Lifetime?
Lifetime.
Yes.
No wonder they're shitty. You have shitty movies.
Yeah.
Well,
they should have made a full-length Colonel Sanders.
Long time.
Well, then I looked at it. When they actually bought it. They bought it. All this stuff started happening. There's this little trend. All Bob Iger, who bought all this stuff from Disney. Michael Eisner was not for making Disney a monopoly. He was more about creating partnerships with other companies, not buying them outright.
And building new things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a difference between making partnerships and buying a company outright.
There were dreams before, like the city and you know what I mean? Like all these deep dives, and it's a shame that it's so it has to be so held so secret. Why can't we have those things? Though that's what was intended.
I'll say this though: there's one company right now that I feel that still has one big chance to go head to head with Disney, and probably actually succeed. And that's MGM.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right now they have a big catalog right now. So here's the thing with why MGM. Let's say Disney decided to buy MGM. They could actually legally say this: sure, you can buy us outright, but we want our share back in Disney MGM Studios. Otherwise, no deal. Because Hollywood Studios, Hollywood Studios, that is not Hollywood Studios. It will always be MGM Studios because that was the best park at Walt Disney World. And honestly, if it is one of the reasons why I'm for Amazon buying MGM, because they can make, lack of a better phrase, they can make MGM great again.
Yes.
Because remember, MGM, more stars than there are in heaven.
Remember I told you about.
Not so true, but you know what I mean. It's on par. It's on par. Fuck.
You remember I told you about Allegiant M? You remember I told you about? Yeah. It's like where fans can run and control their own production company.
And record.org.
Yeah, because they already made some movies. They made Colosso. They made Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of a member. I haven't done anything with them yet, but I signed up with them.
Imagine Cosmo's kid doing a Rambo movie.
Yeah.
With Stallone. Do the next one with that guy. You know what I mean?
I honestly would like to see Panos Cosmanos do, if not me, the next Friday the 13th movie.
That could be.
That'd be cool.
I would love to see him do anything. Apparently,
why not? Why not? He'll learn. He'll kill his. Certainly, know from his father.
apparently, Mandy had ties to Hellraiser.
I still have to watch Mandy. I got the Blu-ray.
Me
but I haven't
too.
seen
Me
it.
too.
Oh yeah,
And
So
look up-
good,
and
so
look
I
up-
was very fortunate to see it in the very
And
limited.
look up Legion M. Look up the history of Legion M on YouTube. You'll find it interesting.
Either that or Panos Cosmanos would be one of my choices to after Denis Villeneuve is done with Dune. Because if Dune is successful, they're planning on doing the entire book saga of Dune. Panos Cosmanos would be really good to direct one of the later adaptations of the books.
I think, and also just want to say, I think Panos Cosmanos could do a good Halloween sequel, and maybe he can put Nicolas Cage, and maybe he can fight Mike Myers. That'd be.
I'll be down for that.
Yeah.
Down for that, but even better than Busta Rhymes.
Oh, hold on.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
But you gotta say it.
Scotty,
How would Nicolas Cage say it?
you cast Nicolas Cage as the son of Dr. Loomis.
That'd be good.
God damn it, Michael!
Why couldn't you put the knife back in the basket?
Yeah, put the knife down.
I see the scene in my head.
No, one thing I hope they could do after Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, just do a let's move on from Michael Myers. Let's make a sequel to Season of the Witch.
Yeah,
We were talking about that last, 2 days ago, man.
Let's be ballsy.
They're trying to make Halloween an anthology story. That's what it was.
I want to see a Halloween universe that has many, many different stories from around the world. I don't want to just see fucking Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers, but fuck.
There was this one, that movie Trick or Treat? That could be like in the Halloween.
Yeah, Little Sam.
No, I think you could easily do that with Season of the Witch, like what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Because Season of the Witch, is such a great.
What else can you do with Michael Myers? Unless they had a script where they just went all out and they had Michael Myers, he goes to hell and he fights demons or something like that,
Yeah.
But what can you do new with Michael Myers? Because with Halloween water, as I like to call it, or Halloween H2O, you could still say that is Halloween 7.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even Resurrection. But Halloween, as I like to call it, Halloween, I'm too lazy to add a subtitle to my movie, even though I'm a sequel. And when you sit there and firmly hit that delete button and say, "Oh no, it was the brother," it makes it more scarier, that a guy wants to kill his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
And I don't agree why they had to have so many different incarnations in the movie when it should have been Halloween 3 was revolutionary in a way because it showed that you could break that fourth wall of cinema. You could go that extra mile. You could you could expand on a world.
Well, here, one of the things I would love to do with Friday the 13th, get Tommy Jarvis back.
Yeah.
Who I would cast as Tommy Jarvis, you get Thomas Jane.
Oh.
But have him be
I go with that, yeah.
But have him be this badass Tommy Jarvis. Basically make it feel like, Rambo
Frank Castle. Yeah.
Rambo versus Jason, and he also teams up with Duke. Because come on, you gotta have Crazy Duke was the best part of Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
Don't even explain how Duke survived. He just has a cane.
He's breaking your finger.
I'm looking. Speaking forward to this fan film, Friday the 13th fan film, Roseblood, which is a continuation of New Blood. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. People are saying that these, that some of these directors, of the 13 fan films should direct the new movie if they come out. But like honestly, some of them like
Mhm.
I don't mind if they do, but like Scotty and John might who we're talking about. Like remember that one guy when Matt Rambo Rap for Life reviewed the Never Hike Alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one guy just got all butthurt because Matt did not like Never Hike in the Snow.
Really?
I think it was the guy behind that one.
Yeah, no, he didn't like it, and like Matt was giving valid criticisms, and like this guy was like, you have your right to defend your movie.
Mhm.
Honestly, like I've made short films on my channel, and like I've gotten people who over criticize them, and like honestly, if I see you like rant in the title, I don't watch it because like I don't want to see somebody overly nitpick my film because it's just
Mhm.
not even like that's not even fun to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Right.
can see that.
There's a
Is
reason.
your stream like 3 hours or is it 6 hours?
What's that?
Your stream because it's 2:55.
Right now it's 11:35 on my end.
Okay, because the streamer let you go over 3 hours.
4, I think.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
So I'll
no,
probably go to like close to midnight, and then I'll.
no, you can go longer.
Yeah, we could go all night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
You can go
I'm gonna
live.
go-
I'm starting to wipe out right now, but I'm gonna try to go
I'm
on.
gonna
to
go
the
get
end.
some Mountain Dew, and I'll be back.
Including live is 12 hours.
Shoot. Well, we got a question from Salvatore, and but he asked about Joe Silver. What are your thoughts on Joe Silver?
Good producer, but kind of an idiot, like everybody in Hollywood sometimes.
An egotistical producer, I'd say, right?
I admire the guy's work. He draws good movies like Commando and Die Hard and Predator and everything in 48 hours. But I've been here. I remember that story. What happened with him and Bullet to the Head with Stallone and Thomas Jan.
But Salvatore added some other comments too to that. And
And of course, Joel Silver fired Van Damme on Predator.
Well, to be fair, Van Damme didn't help that matter too. So,
and Tony Scott said the last Boy Scout working with Joe Silver was a nightmare.
You know who's a better producer? Jerry Bruckheimer. I love that guy.
yes, and one thing that I'm gonna say, I don't even know if Jerry Bruckheimer like has any kids who are producing now because the man's getting up there in age. He might want to start like, passing his company over to like his kids or something, because either that or finding like a protege or something to start producing these movies because the guy's getting up there in age,
Yeah, of course, his old partner Don Simpson died of a drug overdose. They were a great team together because they took that 80s music video style and they put it in movies with Flashdance and Top Gun and Beverly Hills Cop and even Bad Boys. The title for where the origin for Bad Boys, because there was a newspaper article where they were called him and Don Simpson were called the Bad Boys of the box office because they knew how to make a movie. They were like a cop, a buddy cop, but in the movie producing. So Don Simpson and Brockheimer took that and it's like, why don't we make that into a movie, Bad Boys?
Well, the original title for Bad Boys, it was a script called Bulletproof Heart.
That wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't feel that. I don't feel that title.
And you know who they originally wanted, right?
What's that?
In Bulletproof, the script it was called Bulletproof Heart. They originally wanted Dana Carvey and John Lovitz.
Oh, give me a break.
Did you say Don? Not
Dana Carvey and John Lovitz.
okay. I thought you said Don Knotts.
No way.
And then apparently when they wanted to do it more, with more of the Bad Boys, they wanted Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes.
Now, Eddie Murphy was already did stuff for Brockheimer with Beverly Hills Cop, so I'm glad they went with Martin Will Smith.
Yeah, I would be curious about Wesley Snipes as one of
Of
those.
course, you remember the first Bad Boys when Martin Lawrence did that joke, and when he aimed the gun, he's like Wesley Snipes, Passenger 57. And of course, they did a spin-off TV show was a spin-off with Gabriel Union, who was the sister recording Jessica Alba, LA's finest.
Yeah, I knew about that. I never really got a chance to see it too much. I only saw a clip.
It's on Netflix right now, but I heard it got canceled. I heard it's popular on Netflix, but I heard it got canceled.
The ratings did really well, but it got canceled because of well, John, I'm just going to say why it got canceled. It does have to do a little bit with politics, but it got canceled because of the whole the bullshit about the George Floyd stuff.
Oh, give me a break.
Because how people wanted to, cancel the police and everything.
These freaking.
That's why it got canceled.
SJWs, man.
You talking about Cops?
No, Cops and LA's Finest got canceled. The Bad Boys spinoff. I guess you could basically call it Bad Girls, basically.
Oh yeah.
They made a spinoff with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba around.
Because I heard Cops is coming back.
Good. I saw the commercial of that. They're bringing it back.
Good.
Fuck, these fucking cops should melt the snowflake's ass and put them in jail.
I just want to add really quick that I really like.
Comes in and melts them.
I just want to say that
in the jail until the sun comes in and melts them.
Can we just put these snowflakes, have them, put them all in this big utopia bubble.
Yes.
And then slowly have just maybe just slowly give them gas or something, and then they all just slowly die in this big bubble.
You know what? I was thinking even better. Have them be taken to the Phantom Zone, in the moment Miro comes in and snatches them up and takes them to the Phantom Zone. That should happen.
I think even Superman would let all these snowflakes go into the Phantom Zone.
They want that Demolition Man future.
Yes, they should be in the Phantom Zone.
Of course, Batman wouldn't have that shit.
I just want to say that my favorite part of episode 1 was Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Yeah, Liam Neeson was good.
The pod race was pretty cool.
Yep.
I love the pod race. Yes.
And Darth Maul was also good.
Of course.
What are your guys' thoughts about the Darth Jar Jar theory? Do you think that actually could have worked if they did it correctly?
I think so. It would have been a big fuck you, I think
I didn't mind Jar Jar that much. I understand he's annoying, but I didn't mind him that much. I didn't.
Yeah, me either. I liked him.
Yeah, do you guys remember that though? The Darth Jar Jar theory.
Yeah. Where he was like a secret Jedi, like a Sith. He was a Sith.
Yeah, no, I don't buy that. I don't buy it.
Misa angry. Misa angry.
I do not buy it.
You know what?
My wife is yelling at me. Hold on.
Okay, you guys know that George Lucas kind of took elements from all the big science fiction stories at that time. Dune, John Carter, Foundation, and everything. In the Foundation series, there's this big twist at the end. Spoiler alert. But, the big twist in one of the books is that the greatest fool in the universe turns out to be one of the biggest. Turned out to be the big enemy of the book. So if George Lucas was influenced by Foundation, I could see it working, but it would be a really hard twist to pull off. That I don't think George Lucas. George Lucas. Let's face it, he's a good director, but he's not a strong director. So
he's an asshole.
I think if he would have gotten some young director, to direct Attack of the Clones, do the Darth Jar Jar thing, I think it could have worked.
Yeah,
I'll give credit for George Lucas for his work, but he is such an ungrateful asshole. He is.
Well,
bring in Panos.
To be
Yeah.
fair, the only reason he sold to Disney and he's kind of ungrateful now is a lot of the fans. When you make documentaries called "The People versus George Lucas" and how fans overanalyze his movies and tell him how he should have done it. If you kind of listen to him, he's kind of become a bitter old man just because people overanalyze his movies and he says how it's not fun. People tell you how to do the movies and it's not much fun. I think so.
Why do you? I think that's the reason why he did that special edition.
I can see that.
Yeah,
And
well,
of course, he removed the whole Han shot first thing, which was bullshit. Han's a badass. He shot first.
No, I agree with you, but I think that a lot of things that we do need to establish is that a lot of the stuff that we complained about with George Lucas, a lot of the more, lack of a better word, the toxic Star Wars fans created. So they created this bitter old man, George Lucas.
The fucking fandom menace.
But George did a lot.
What about the fandom menace?
The
That's
fandom.
what they're called. The fandom menace.
That's a good.
That's not my thing, but that's no that's not mine.
Scotty knows Scotty knows.
Yeah, Phantom Menace, Phantom Collective. I used to be associated with kind of like the Phantom Collective, but I've since left.
Whoa. There's a collective?
I can't remember if they're similar, but I don't really know how to really say this. I'm glad that I kind of left it, and I wanted to kind of focus on me and do things my way and do things that I think it's better to go that route.
I didn't even know that there was a collect. I thought it was just like a catchphrase.
Well, there's
it's a toxic Star Wars group of people. Like it's those people who overanalyze Star Wars and like to the point where it's like Star Wars is like I remember like they were saying like how we don't like Grogu's name, Baby Yoda, or how they're supposed to say it, Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu.
Yeah, they don't like his name, so we're gonna rename Grogu.
You can't rename Grogu.
Yeah,
Grogu's
so I
Grogu.
don't even know what they changed it to. I just was more thinking, this is stupid. Like,
They changed it to fucking Baby Yoda when it has nothing to do with Yoda.
That leads to. I think that's what led to Star Wars. I think that's what led to Star Wars' downfall right now with Disney.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
well, the thing is, George Lucas should have honestly, he wanted to raise his daughter. Is why he didn't decide to do the sequel trilogy. So honestly, instead of selling to Disney, you should have just gave it to Dave Filoni in the first place.
Dave Filoni, or maybe even give it to James Cameron.
That could work in a weird way. Yeah, that could really work.
Yeah, I know that James Cameron at least respected George Lucas to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dave Filoni.
Now James Cameron is a bitter asshole like he is.
It's weird because James Cameron used to be the calling guy. You had a problem, you called in James Cameron, he fixed it up for you.
Right.
And then he became the big director, and then time went on, and now it's like why try? You know what I mean?
He's trying to be like George Lucas because Avatar was his baby. That's trying to put too much into it.
Mm-hmm. You know what story I would love to see them remake though? Because
Splinter in the Mind's Eye.
No, I would love to see them though. This kind of does go back to Star Wars in a way, but I would love to see them do an actual remake of John Carter, but actually follow the book.
Yes,
right.
Like Stallone was gonna do that.
Really?
Stallone was to play John Carter.
I would love to.
And I could have so saw Stallone and Cher in that. Those two would have been amazing because they have really good chemistry together. But Stallone was going to do that.
Stallone was going to. I'm assuming this would have been the John McTiernan project, right?
I think so. I think it was back
because
there's a website that talks that deals with it. There's a website that has the guys who were involved in it.
Well, I remember even reading that they wanted in the 80s Rutger Hauer to play John Carter.
I can see
Oh,
that'd be
then
great.
Brooks, and then
oh my God, that would have been.
High Spice, baby.
they wanted Rutger Hauer and then Brooke Shields to play
Oh,
Brooke Shields would make a good Princess of Mars.
Princess Deja Thoris.
I've always
Yeah.
loved Shields.
Wow.
She's a legend.
Yeah, it was.
That woman's a legend. I love her.
Rambo Mania has an episode on archive.org. If you go check it out, I forget the name of it. Probably Princess of Mars, where we looked at the Jack Craven. Jack Craven sent me a news article from Star Mag. While Stallone was working on Cliffhanger and Demolition Man, that talked about it.
Oh,
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, because I know the John McTiernan project, he wanted Tom Cruise as John Carter, and then but then like John McTiernan, like this had to have been like an early casting choice. They were looking at Julia Roberts as Princess Deja Thoris, which no.
I heard the other day Bill Duke said that John McTiernan singled Van Damme out of Predator, where he said like, what can I talk about? Sorry, my wife's. Anyway,
Is this something recent? Because I heard something about that.
Makes me wonder if maybe
I saw a YouTube video where he talked about that.
Yeah, Van Damme was fired for dehydration.
I heard a rumor. I heard another story, a rumor that.
And he went 2 weeks without being dehydrated, and they still fired him.
Yeah. I heard a rumor, a story that Van Damme was offered blood sport, so he had to get out of Predator by faking him passing out so he could get fired. That's a rumor I heard. So he could do blood sport.
Didn't Van Damme also leave because he didn't want to be an uncredited special effect or something?
They owe him a fucking movie. They fucked him over.
They owe him a fucking apology to the movie.
What does that sound like? Van Damme asking for water in the Predator suit. I'm dying of dust. I'm dehydrated.
Tabarnak, just. Basically low tabarnak, man.
You know,
let's go.
I thought this costume can't stand my black leather underwear.
Well, even back with John Carter, though, they've been wanting to make John Carter since the 1930s, literally. Like, we were going to, in the 1950s, after Ben-Hur, like, Ray Harryhausen wanted to do it.
Yeah. Wow.
And they were looking at, which is ironic because his real name is John Carter. They were looking at Charlton Heston as John Carter.
Oh my God! I would have seen.
Wow!
I could see that.
Wow. I was gonna do a podcast where I take the book. I take the book and I mix it with like.
Heston? Oh man!
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, hey Matt, if you want to, if you could write the book into a screenplay, and everything, I've been. See, my thing is, if Dune is successful, Hollywood is going to be looking for science fiction stories to adapt.
That's true. I can see that happening.
I try to do a podcast where we take it would have been probably a one-shot podcast where you take like the book and then cut it with music and stuff, and I would have done like those theremin covers of Once Upon a Time in the West, like make them really spacey and like those Ennio Morricone songs and stuff like that.
Oh,
maybe one day I'll do it. I have all the tracks ready. I just have to put them together.
Hey, no, I've been trying to write a little bit of John Carter script, trying to adapt it, but I just like. My problem is like as a director, like I'm an okay writer. I'm more like George Lucas when it comes to writing, Like I'm an okay writer, but it's not my strong suit when it comes to directing. So
yeah, I can't. I'm horrible writing, but it's just I have these ideas, so crazy.
But John, I mean, you read all 11 of those books, John Carter. Like you can just see the later influence and everything. And if done right, that honestly could be like, the thing that people would be talking about in this new millennium, Dune versus Barsoom,
Yeah, like I was like, because I love audiobooks. So I was like, I want to like read the audiobook so I could listen to it and have like an awakening, but like try to reimagine what would have happened for those times in cinema to make that happen. Like if this would have been a great composer, or like when me and Isaiah the other night were talking about Frank McRae. Like Frank McRae would have made a great Delmore Barry, and you know
Yeah.
that they would have casted him. You
Oh,
know,
excuse me, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
head out of here. But it was cool interacting with you. And John, thanks for inviting me. You have a good night. Okay.
No
Yeah,
problem,
always
man.
a
Thank you
pleasure.
for dropping in.
always great to hear
Bring
from
back
you.
up anytime.
All right.
All right.
See you, Scotty.
Have a
Have
good
a
night.
man.
Bye bye.
Oh, speaking of Rambo, you talk about Rambo. I want to go back to Olympus Has Fallen. Remember, I had that story like, well, Olympus Has Fallen was Rambo 5. You remember that? Because it was all this talk about being what Die Hard 5 should have been, but it was looking back, watching the movie recently, it may have worked for Die Hard, but it would definitely work for Rambo for sure. I know a lot of people say it wouldn't work, but you look at it this way: if you're saying it doesn't work because of that bullshit about realism, look at the Rambo movies. You know damn well there is no realism with those movies, and if you watch the Fallen, there is no realism with those fucking movies.
Yeah.
Movies are meant to be escapism entertainment. It's meant you to think, to forget about, all this, the stuff that's going on in the world, because you don't watch movies to watch the news.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is right now. They think it's not. It's not supposed to be news. It's not in politics. People forgotten about that.
Exactly. Well,
Nice.
like it does go back to the whole thing. Like, people say you can't bring back the magic in movies anymore. The thing is, yes, you can. What you need is great storytelling again, and you need people. You need to push the technology further to make people believe again.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
They're just saying that shit because they're too lazy to do it themselves.
And honestly, I'm just gonna say it. I think a lot of the things is these directors have, they're like, so they're like orgasming with great excitement. Oh my gosh, I get to make a movie, yay! And then they listen to the producers. They don't sit there and have balls anymore.
They don't think for themselves. That's the problem. That's why we have the machine movie, because they don't have the guts to think for themselves. They just go with what the big heads in the office tells them to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, Hollywood. We all know that Hollywood is full of sharks.
Yes.
So you have to show the sharks that you're the killer whale.
Yep.
And so that's that's one of the reasons why, like I said, if I ever get a chance to be a director, I'm not gonna sign the contract or anything until my lawyer. I'm gonna say, well, I want to talk to my lawyer before I sign the contract, because I'm gonna make a few demands too with my lawyer.
Why do you think a lot of people are doing their own independent production companies right now?
Exactly, because Hollywood is broken right now. But I think that you also need the right director to come in and show the sharks that you're the bigger predator.
They know they know they're good directors. The problem is they don't give them a fucking chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, the thing is, there's so many great independent directors, but like the market is so small right now, because in order to get your movie in theaters, it needs to be distributed by one of the big major studios. And there's not that many left anymore, besides, Universal, Warner Brothers, and Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do believe that with Amazon and the whole MGM deal, MGM will slowly be on the rise again. I do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I hope so. They're such a staple.
And hey, like I said,
like a flagship,
Like I said, if you guys really think about it, go to the bottom line of it. If you guys really think about it, MGM has the most credibility to go head to head with Disney. Because, like I said, the whole MGM Studios thing.
Yeah.
Because if Disney all of a sudden, if let's say MGM made more money than Disney, and Disney made a deal to buy them outright, they said sure. They would sit there. They could sit there and say sure, but we want our shares back with MGM Studios. And because I want to. Let's put it this way: I want to see Leo the Lion eat Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Well, that's a CGI lion, right?
No shit like the Lion King. No.
I mean, hey, the CGI, have you guys seen the new logo for MGM? It's
That's
a
why.
CGI line.
Yeah.
It's like they get a real lion and a real mouse.
Yeah.
Pull some. What
Hey,
was that zombie movie?
hey, no, what I would do? What I would do though, you just sit there and say, you just have an actual lion at the zoo, and you sit there. Come here, Leo. Hey, look, this is Mickey.
Devour.
Because if Disney, the thing is, Disney, we would all love it to be great again, but like, they're not going to be
Too far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why, like, I just say, you need to go on, that's why I say, I'm rooting for MGM with the whole Amazon deal, because Amazon is for the theatrical experience. Like, they would not be like HBO Max and like, oh, the same day as the movie, we're going to put our movie on streaming services.
Amazon has an amazing, not only streaming service, but their VR streaming service is amazing.
Yeah,
far beyond anything I've ever experienced in my lifetime.
Well, and the other thing is, I think that also one of the things that Amazon would do is you will get MGM. I don't see Amazon really caring about some of MGM's catalog that may be considered controversial in today's society. They would just release all their catalog. Because like there's so many stuff on Disney Plus that will never be on Disney Plus, and like the big one, Song of the South.
Yeah. I was watching some guy thing with some I forget who it was. No, it was Billy Corgan who was saying that no, it wasn't Billy Corgan, but he was saying stuff about Disney. It was someone else who said that no, it was Fabio. It was Fabio. Yeah, like how he was saying about the Song of the South is the #1 thing requested and all that shit. Yeah. Which is, and they hear it in board meetings all the time. It's not a racist movie.
No, the movie is literally about, when black people were slaves, they would tell the stories to them, and basically they created their own little mythology with it. And so basically by canceling the movie, you're literally erasing your history that you want preserved, but you don't really. But you want it preserved, but we should learn. If you by canceling stuff, you're always doomed to repeat this history. But like honestly, and here's the other thing: Walt Disney was not racist. Like, he hired black people, he hired Asian people during the 1940s and 1930s
at good rates too. Like, don't forget about that. He wasn't just having people work for him for free. He was.
What movie are you talking about?
Song of the
South.
Yeah. That was fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Well, one of the things
they're gonna cancel that fucking movie.
One of the things that's not talked about.
But apparently, it's like the most requested movie like everybody,
Yeah,
black, white, whatever. Apparently, it's the most requested
it has
Disney
one of the
movie.
iconic. It has one of the iconic songs for Disney. Zippity doo dah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
My, oh my,
Mhm.
what a beautiful day. Plenty of sun.
I didn't want to see that new Dumbo that Tim Burton did because I know they were not going to have the crows. And I bet you those crows are racist. They were the best part of the movie. Did you see an elephant fly?
Well,
If
the
you
thing
didn't
is,
have the
okay,
crows, you wouldn't have the two old guys from Muppet Show.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't have, like all those tropes, right? It had nothing to do with black or white. It was
here's
just
what
how
I'm
the world
saying, though.
was.
Here's what I'm saying though about Jim Baracus, who played Uncle Remus. That guy, the best way to compare him is he was like a Robin Williams of his day. He could do so many voices and everything, but he was just a very talented actor. Walt Disney was so impressed by his talent that he hired him on the spot when doing the voice, the voices for Dumbo, because he's one of the crows. Two of those crows are black actors. Only one of them is a white. And Walt, though, knew Jim Brackus and saw his talent and hired him immediately when he saw him as the lead. And the thing is, Jim Brackus was actually dying. Like, he actually discovered he had cancer when he made that movie. And he was dying, and he gave the performance of his lifetime. And here's the other thing: he won an Oscar for the role.
Wow.
As one of the crows?
No, as Uncle Remus.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
He won an honorary Oscar for Song of the South because he died shortly after the release of the movie.
Wow.
And he won an Oscar, an honorary Oscar. He was the first black actor to ever win an honorary Oscar. And his family actually got to accept the award, which Hattie McDaniel does not even have. Her family does not even have her award in her estate.
Wow. And Hattie was the musician, right?
Hattie McDaniel was
Gone with the Wind.
Mammy in Gone with the Wind.
She's a blues musician, no?
I believe she was. She might have been.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing talent.
Yeah, and so, by Song of the South is not racist. It is just a movie that is literally about, it was stories that black people would tell other black people during the times they were slaves.
Yeah.
And so it's, and the thing is, like, if you pay attention to that movie, they don't, people say, oh, honor slavery. If you pay attention, they really don't honor slavery in that movie. They kind of very subtly show how slavery was bad and everything. And it's, and like, I'm lucky enough to have it on VHS. My dad found a copy actually in, I believe, in Canada. He ordered it, but like before eBay and Amazon and all this stuff. Like, he ordered it online.
Wow.
Lucky you, man. I hope
It's a great find.
I hope these snowflakes, after hearing all these stories about these snowflakes getting fired from the production company, I hope they fire some of these people who are in Disney so we can finally get a copy of that movie on Blu-ray. Because enough is enough of this shit.
You know what? I'm
Exactly.
honest. Just because I have it, I've honestly considered it. Since other people have bootleg DVDs, really, what are the chances of Disney actually suing me because I'm giving DVDs away? I'm giving them away. I'm not buying it. I'm not saying, oh, give me this money. Like, I've honestly considered just, making DVDs.
Sorry.
Damn.
So I've honestly just considered that because so many people have told me that they really want to see it.
If you make one, I want it. I'll order one. I'll pay for the shipping.
Well, you live in Canada, so you're more than likely to get it. I would think, right?
Maybe yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
but you guys should ask Fabio what place he saw that thing at. The Disney thing.
I think it was a
Yeah.
convention.
Let me ask you, Junebug, have you seen Cobra Kai yet?
I've seen a little bit of it. I like it. I'm really surprised. So
Are you looking forward to season 4?
yeah, I am. I'm not really caught up. I'm kind of.
Are you aware people are calling it the new Star Wars
Huh.
because of the whole thing of balance in the dark side? A lot of people are saying that because of how the story is.
I don't.
You're right, man.
Yeah, I'm alright.
I don't know
Sorry,
if I don't know if I go that far. But,
I got John Scoff over here.
I hope that. I wonder if. I wonder when they're. I wonder when though Hillary Swank is going to be.
She's going to come back because she already did. She has a contract with Netflix. She already did 2 original projects with them, so there's no surprise she's going to come back. You know she's coming back.
Oh, I do want to see one thing though in Cobra Kai. I want to see Daniel murder Jaden Smith.
I hope so. Me too.
Like literally, like it just like maybe Daniel does like moves that Mr. Miyagi do not approve of, and he sits there. You know, all of a sudden you hear like Johnny sit there, finish him.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Here's something I learned along the way.
You better kill Jackie Chan while you're at it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie Chan, Mr. Communist now, right?
Oh no, he said he's talking that shit too.
Well, no, he said that he offered to join the Communist Party because he lives in China now. So
Oh my god.
So I don't know. Well, where Jackie, you're disowning your dad, Jackie, because wasn't your dad a China revolutionary who opposed Chairman Mao?
Speaking of that, what do you think of that shit that Arnold Schwarzenegger said about?
Oh, here we go. Here we go again.
As far as I'm concerned, Arnold died. Like I grieved Arnold's death. Arnold died. Is what I say. This old man Arnold that we have now, I think he's a clone. You know, like
should have done Conan when you had a chance.
Like the sixth day, right?
Yeah, I think the sixth day Arnold, from the clone Arnold. You know, I think that like the real Arnold died, and you know, we're dealing with the 6 day clone Arnold. So
yeah, because that guy is still my idol. I always respect his movies, but he needs to keep his fucking mouth shut about politics. Enough already with that. People have heard enough of that shit.
What happened to you being conservative? Like, what happened to Arnold calling liberals a bunch of girly men? You know. You know, do you need to just you know, take your do you just need to take your Viagra, Arnold, or what? You know,
he needs to go back in time and see how he used to be.
I think he's a puppet because they tell him to say this stuff because he's a puppet to make them so they can look good for some reason. I think he's a puppet.
Yeah. Hey, at least Stallone is not a puppet.
Absolutely.
Gotta give him that.
Anyway,
because hey, you know what? I always liked Arnold. I always liked them both in a lot of ways. You know, Arnold and Stallone. Like I always liked them both equally. But more and more, I started to like Stallone more because guess what? Stallone knows when to shut up.
Right.
I mean, did you hear? Like, I heard Stallone just thought it was when Stallone was being canceled because he joined a golf team. Like Stallone,
it's stupid.
Like I just heard he thought his response was more he just found it funny.
Yeah.
Like he did not even get into it.
Good. He found it funny. Good because it is funny.
Exactly. He and so like what if and I mean I'm also thinking like somebody must have just neutered Arnold. Like they literally probably just clipped his balls. And Stallone still has his balls.
Right.
Jackie, I know that like
Jackie's like one ball in, one ball out.
I don't know. Like Jackie, I don't know. Like maybe he actually does like the new leader of China. I don't know. If
Maybe
he does, okay, cool, Jackie, but don't sit there and join the Communist Party. So
We forgot to add Steve Seagal because he moved to Russia.
I mean, to be fair, I just want to see a fight between. I just want to see a fight between Putin and Seagal because Putin's like a 12th degree black belt in jiu-jitsu or something like that.
Imagine that. Imagine that shit.
And what isn't Stallone that like an 8th degree black belt in Aikido? I don't think he's 12th degree.
I think you mean Seagal.
Yeah,
Seagal. That's what I said. So
he could be. Maybe. That would be interesting though.
yeah, but because Putin, like, despite what you want to say about him, he could legitimately kick your ass because he's he's the highest ranking Brazilian jiu-jitsu ever. So
as long as we don't fight, it's like a Frank Duke situation. But I would still pay for that fight. And at least and hey, at least some of the other action stars keep their mouth shut. Jean-Claude Van Damme and everything. So
yes, and Dolph Lundgren, those other guys. Yeah.
Even Harrison Ford, who is liberal, but he keeps his mouth shut. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. But problem is he's such a fucking grump because it's fucking weak. Fuck off the pineapple express before he gets derailed already.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's not the weed. It's the years and years of Hollywood machine.
It's the mileage
that's made him so fucking grumpy. He needs an oil change. Fuck.
And hey, guess what? Like, I'll say this though: the best one though is still Kurt Russell because Kurt Russell. I mean,
I love Kurt Russell.
I'm just gonna say it. Kurt Russell, 2024.
Kurt Russell's what?
Kurt Russell, 2024.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell for president.
Yeah, because he is like Snake Plissken in real life.
Reflexes.
He doesn't give a shit about the politics at all.
Welcome to 2024.
Well, Kurt Russell. Well, Kurt Russell, like I love I heard him like what do you think about all the woke stuff? He says I think it's all bullshit.
Yep.
Because Kurt, that's a great thing about Kurt. He doesn't care.
He's just like Snake Plissken. Why do you think he loves that role so much?
Exactly. Well, because Disney. Well, they ask him, well, why do you continue to work for Disney and everything? He says, well, they pay me.
Have you seen the Christmas Chronicle movie he's been doing? Because that's become a great comeback for him. He does a great Santa Claus. He is the ideal Santa Claus for me.
Oh yeah, he's up there with. I think he's just as good as the guy. What's his name? The guy from Santa Claus the movie.
Tim Allen.
No.
Oh no!
The old guy.
Yeah,
Miracle on 34th or whatever. That guy.
80s.
I remember that movie. That movie with Dudley Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's that.
Honestly, he's better than Tim Allen Santa Claus, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. The Tim Allen Santa Claus movies, like the first one was good. The second one was
a lump of coal.
And then the third one, well, that one was a lump of coal.
Okay.
The third one, like, well, let's put it this way. I just did a few minutes ago about that movie. I just did a few minutes ago in the toilet. Yeah.
I haven't seen those movies in years.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear this? Disney apparently is making a TV show of Home Alone.
Well, how the fuck is that gonna work? How?
But it's Kevin. I don't know how that's gonna work too.
It's gonna be like 24. It's gonna be like 24 episodes, like the 25 days of Christmas or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
what they're gonna do.
They play that fucking Home Alone music.
They asked Joe Pesci to come back, and Joe Pesci sits there. I'm retired.
They asked who to come back,
Man,
They asked Joe Pesci.
and who else?
Nobody.
Joe Pesci said, "I'm retired."
Oh man,
And
it would be like fucking Kevin
and-
Hart or something.
Stern said he's not going to do it with Joe Pesci.
God bless
Anyways.
him. Everyone.
Didn't Joe Pesci already say he came out of retirement and now he's back into retirement? What's going on?
He only came back for the Irish.
Oh.
man,
I like that grape juice scene.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Or like at the end where they're like, this guy died, and Denny was like, who did it? To the cops. He's like, amazing.
I think John looks like he's fall asleep.
Yeah, John's passing out.
You know,
The last,
I'm looking forward to this Chucky series. I'll give it that one a shot. At least I'll give that a shot.
the last 20 to 25 minutes here, especially, it's getting hard for me to.
Sorry, guys.
I will say I'm looking forward to this new Chucky series. I'll give that a shot.
I don't know about that.
Can I just sit there? I wish it was like Stay Tuned. We could just sit there, go through the screen on the phone and just like slap John awake or something, you know?
Once I push past 12, that's like my threshold. That's just
Don't feed him after midnight.
no,
No, 12. Like, I know exactly what you mean, man. I know exactly what you mean. Once you get past that, like the hours that like you're working, you're like, like when you get, it's like routine. You get so tired at that time. Like even if you don't mean to be tired at that time, you're tired at that time.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a night owl. So.
But So I'm sorry. I just have been tired of the last like 30 minutes, almost really, and I don't know what I can really say or add to the conversation at this point.
We love you.
But
we wish you well.
We were talking about Disney Plus making a Home Alone TV show.
Oh yeah, I was listening, but I didn't know. See, I don't have.
Have you seen the Mighty? Have you, Junebug? Have you seen the Mighty Ducks TV show? Because
I did see it. Like
I could give two mighty fucks.
it's like here's the thing. It's like I would say this. Like it's not as good as Cobra Kai, but it's as far as like stuff with Disney, it's not that bad. If that makes sense. But hey, but I'll say this: what I've actually really been enjoying, and I was actually shocked that I liked it, the Turner and Hooch TV show.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah.
How about Doogie Howser? Did you watch Doogie Howser?
No.
They got Doogie Howser reboot.
Yeah, in Hawaii.
Oh, give me a break.
But I like the Turner Hooch TV show. Like it's different. And that's what I appreciate the remake, but it's different.
Like Magnum PI, it was different.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like in it, well, I guess I can't say I don't like it. Like every time there's a shootout, like I always get nervous because of how Turner Hooch ended. Like, oh, don't kill off Hooch yet! Don't kill off Hooch.
Yeah,
you better not do that. I remember there was a Turner and Hooch series back in the day with the guy who played Biff from Back to the Future.
Yeah. Well, no.
What? Biff and Hooch?
There was a Turner and Hooch TV series back in the day.
Yeah.
The guy who played Biff from Back to the Future, he was Turner.
I think they made a pilot and that was it.
Yes.
Wow. Come on, dog.
Hey, Hooch, why don't you stay like a tree and get out of here, huh?
So, yeah, I like the Turner.
Fetch. Make like a tree and fetch.
And because I like Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
It's that guy.
Yeah, he's Turner.
I want to see more of this Biff and Hooch. I want to see like a 20. I want to see a full 4-year run.
I'm sure you'll find it on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
we're so reviewing that.
Yeah, find it on YouTube. Well, there's a pilot for Coming to America.
Yeah, there was a pilot. I remember that, but it was Tommy Davidson who was in the Eddie Murphy role. I remember.
Mhm.
That would have been interesting than the sequel they did. They just did that.
Yeah, you know who originally auditioned to play the Eddie Murphy role in that TV show?
Who?
Chris Rock.
Wow. Guys,
that
we're gonna hit 4 hours.
That would have been awesome. I could see that.
We're gonna hit 4 hours.
Yeah, I think it's.
What do you guys want? I'll go out on this.
Yeah,
let you guys go.
I'm getting ready to fall out.
What do you guys want to see for the rest of the year? If you could see one thing this year, what would it be?
What, movie wise?
Dune.
Anything you want.
I definitely want to see Ghostbusters Afterlife be the perfect sequel for the franchise.
Wait,
I'll go for that.
Anything, right?
Yeah.
Well, so I guess anything, because I said earlier I got good news that my girl might be coming home because
that's the best news
since she's stationed at overseas right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish you well with her, man.
I hope for that one too.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine. I hope for that one too.
I wish she's come. I hope to see her,
especially all this bullshit going on with Afghanistan and all this shit.
Jeez, I can't say where she's stationed, but she's not stationed in the Middle East. So
that's good. That's good.
Awesome.
She is fighting. I'll say this: she is fighting some terrorists, but she's not in the Middle East part of it. So
damn.
Well, I wish her.
I hope she's okay.
I wish. No, I wish. I got a fun adult evening with her.
Awesome.
So
good luck on that.
And then I hope, but movie wise, I'm really looking forward to Dune. I really want to see Dune in theater. So
I'm really looking for the Antlers.
I'll steal from Wild Man. I'll say Ghostbusters Afterlife, I guess.
That's a good one.
Especially along plus Spider-Man No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm one of those, like, I'll probably see it in theaters just because it's one of my favorite franchises, but I can't say I'm looking forward to it. The new, but I'm not looking forward to it because I did not like Sphincter.
Sphincter
As I like it.
I am so wary with this new James Bond movie now.
Oh, that's my sister. That's my sister. That's my sister.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my sister. We need some fun movies.
Hello.
Going on. Yes.
Hey.
Encino Man 2, definitely. And if they're gonna do Encino Man, they gotta bring in some Mitzi Shore.
Why not? I love to see that.
Yeah.
Good comeback for Brendan Fraser too.
There is an Encino Man 2.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we're about to sign off.
Thanks for dropping in.
There is Encino Man 2.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
It was made in 1996. It was a made-for-TV Disney movie that was only aired in a few countries, and it's called Encino Woman.
Oh yeah.
Who played the Encino Woman?
Some
please tell me Bridget Wilson.
No, some actors nobody's heard of. Like it has a bunch of no.
Pam Anderson.
I would hope so.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the new James Bond movie. I've heard some stuff that some stuff that no Bond fan wants to see. Hey, if the whole thing about James Bond not being 007 because he's retired, okay, fine.
I disagree with that shit.
But I disagree with it, but but then I've heard stuff like, the female 007, she's gonna be on her.
Attention, your battery is running low.
Sorry,
Please plug in
Oh,
the power.
damn.
the sign off.
We Kevin Smithed it.
On the I've heard this on the for that like they made it where the female James Bond, she's going through her period.
Wow. I'll leave you on this. If it wasn't for all the Max Landis being a fucking asshole, I would have said do his 007 because he wanted to do like a mix of like the 007 was a moniker for anyone at that time who was 007. It was like, you know, how you're naming a number. And it would have been all the Bonds coming back. Sean Connery, Laserbeak, all of them coming back. Sean Connery, everybody, and it's a big Bond showdown. That's how I would have done it.
The James Bond,
In my opinion, there's only one James Bond. That's just me.
Oh yeah.
Pierce
Anyway.
Brosnan. I fucking love Pierce Brosnan.
I like George Lazenby.
He's good too. Majesty Secret Service.
For me, it's Connery for me, always.
Connery's, yeah.
Rest in
Just a
peace,
little
Connery.
smack.
Which is funny because next month will be October and he died on Halloween Day, so it's gonna be the first anniversary of his death. Can you believe that?
Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Yeah, I still can't believe Sean Connery died on my birthday.
You
You're
were
on
born
Halloween?
you were
You're
born
on Halloween?
Yeah,
My
Wow.
wife too. My wife too is Halloween.
yeah. So I just can't
Vanilla
believe
Ice was born on Halloween.
Yeah, I could see DiCaprio as a Bond.
so was
I
Peter,
don't see it. I don't see it.
No, you don't see it like around
so was Peter.
I don't
so
want to say like
Peter-
the Aviator, but around like
Yeah.
maybe James Bond
I feel
Jr. like
Leonardo
Romeo and Juliet.
DiCaprio- I feel Leonardo DiCaprio. He's kind of partly overrated in my opinion. That's
Yeah,
just-
but like I could see him like Inception. He was kind of like a Bond.
Yeah.
Like he was like the Dream Police Bond.
who should be who would be a really good James Bond. He's this kind of unknown actor. His name is Theo James. He was in Divergent. Is his biggest role. But if you look
I think so.
if you look this guy up, he literally looks like a young Sean Connery.
Man.
And like
I want to see that movie Sean Connery did that they based Basic Instinct off of.
What
I don't know
was that? What was
I
that
forget
movie?
what it was named. It was like a Marnie or something. Not Marnie, but like
Martin,
a
yeah,
name.
Alfred Hitchcock, Tippi Hedren. Yeah. It was based off of that.
Yeah.
when you
Well,
Wow.
maybe not Marnie, but like another name like that. Like it was a French film. Not a French film. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up.
was it made by Hitchcock,
I think maybe yeah,
Marnie.
yeah.
You know that True Lies was based off a French film too. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
I
Pulp
heard the
Fiction.
same- I
Pulp
heard the
Fiction
same
was
thing
based
with,
off
I
of
heard the
8.5,
same thing with
right?
Home Alone. I heard Home Alone was based off a foreign film.
Wow.
yeah. There's a horror
A lot of
movie.
movies. Reservoir Dogs, foreign
Yeah,
film.
yeah, there's a horror movie that is basically Home Alone. That's a foreign film.
Wow.
Like it's literally like Kevin McAllister, basically before Kevin McAllister, and he's like fighting like monsters.
Christmas Story 2.
A lot of people say that Home Alone is like Die Hard for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yep.
I can see it.
And
I know we're gonna hit 4 hours.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did hear-
but
Speaking of James Bond, a lot of people say Skyfall was Home Alone for adults. For me, it was Rambo: Last Blood.
Oh yeah, Rambo.
That was Home Alone remake.
I love Rambo Last Blood. I cried in it. So
It's
Wow.
a shame we don't have another hour because I could tell you all the things I love and hate about it. And you know, like here's what I never gave away before. I had tickets to Last. I'll leave you guys on this. I had tickets to Last Blood. I was on my way to Last Blood, and my dad died
wow.
oh,
like
wow.
right before I got there, and I was like, "Whoa,
I'm sorry.
whoa!" Thank you.
I did hear this. They asked Macaulay Culkin, "What's his dream role right now?" I think he was just trolling, just to be funny. He says, "I want to be the new Freddy Krueger."
Imagine.
But then I thought about it, like seeing him in interviews now. I love Robert Englund, but seeing him in interviews now and just like closing my eyes, and I could see it, you know.
I remember that Kevin Bacon wanted to be Freddy Krueger.
They got to go all the way like a different way. You know, like they're
You
gonna do
guys-
Freddy like like I would like to see someone embody like the witch from like Snow White,
You
like
guys,
that kind of Freddy. You know.
you guys remember when the remake was happening, there was talks about Billy as Freddy.
Billy Bob Thornton as Freddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. No,
No.
way.
Sling Blade.
No, there was talks about it. Do you guys remember that when the remake came out? That there was talk because I remember joking about that. What is going to have his claws and a beer in the other hands? You know, because it's Billy Bob Thornton.
He's gonna have a lawnmower blade on the fucking glove. Angelina Jolie's gonna be there
Oh my God! Please, they'll mention her name.
with her vial of blood on her necklace.
One could play Freddy. Okay, it's this actor. His name is Ramin Karimloo. I would say look him up. I'll spell it in the private chat for you guys to look.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But he played the Phantom and Phantom Opera. He was the youngest actor to ever play the.
And Robert Englund played the Phantom.
Well, he was also,
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
also in for the stage production. He was casted as the Phantom in the sequel Love Never. He also played Jean Valjean in Les Miserables.
Mhm.
And then he also was the villain in the Broadway adaptation of Anastasia.
Okay, so he was like in the Dakota Fanning one, right?
No,
No, the other Les Miserables.
no, the stage production.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out because my wife always asked me to check that out. So
Well, yeah. So he's a classically trained stage actor, and he look at this guy. Like he has that old
gruff.
old school horror type of look to him. Like he looks like he could have been a horror star in the 1930s.
Like Harry D. Stanton.
He has those eyes, and I think he could be really good as Freddy. Like he could be a more darker version of Freddy. Of course, though, the actor one of the I want for Jason though. I want Jason to be. I was trying to look at really tall guys to play Jason. I was looking at this one guy who's 7 foot. He's a bodybuilder.
Who's that guy from the Van Damme movie when he's in jail? That big guy, the Sandman.
Patrick Kilpatrick.
That guy's awesome. He could be a good Jason.
Yeah.
He's a little old now, so.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sign off here because
we have like 3 minutes.
Yeah, we'll definitely do. This is always fun. We'll definitely do this again.
Oh yeah. Glad to have you back, man.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I mean,
Got to coordinate with Fabio, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do it again. I mean, don't let always, I'll tell you later, but it was fun.
Yeah.
As always.
Always a pleasure, gentlemen.
I'm saying, as fun as it is, anybody can host these things. So,
Oh, yeah.
Don't let it always be me. As much fun as it's been,
Yeah.
I look forward to it every time. I love it.
Likewise.
Keeps me young, Keeps me young.
Sure.
But I had fun, even though I've been sort of really out of it in the last 45 minutes.
No problemo.
No problemo.
But thank you guys for coming in.
No problem.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, man. But you guys have a good night.
But
And-
see you in
All right,
the
guys.
stars. Good night, everybody. See you in the stars.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Ciao.